Hello, hello, hello. Rogue Spectre, yo, what's up? Sekalolo, hey, how's it going? Lucilia, hiya. How are you all doing? What's up, Thaddeus? Um, yo, how's it going, Adex? I'm hoping that YouTube chat will start showing up at some point. I'm not sure why it's not. Um, Doing better than ever. That's good to hear. Can finally catch a stream as it's not while you're working. Well, that's good. Blade mains rejoice. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I don't actually know. Chat ain't loading for you on YouTube? Huh. Oh, there we go. It says it connected finally. Does that load in? Alright, cool. YouTube chat is finally loaded in. Conjuring viewers at this instant? Okay. You can see now? Yeah, I don't really know why YouTube chat takes a while to kind of like start up. I guess it's just like yet another weird gimmick with YouTube streaming. Hopefully all y'all are doing well. It's been a week. Should you sleep since it's 4 a.m. or watch the stream? Definitely sleep, man. Jesus. Show us my awesome blade skills. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't actually know if my blade's gonna be able to clear, but one way to find out, I guess. What's up, Axe? How's it going? Show us the blade build. Oh, you're not gonna like this. So, I don't actually have a blade build on the HP set um, that can reach 134 speed. But I do have a rainbow set that can. So there's that, I guess. See, like stat wise, this looks good. And then you go over to the relics and you're like, that's kind of less good, isn't it? Yo, Luna, how's it going? The paradise is still unreachable for him. Okay, so listen, back when I still played a lot of Blade, 134 Blade wasn't like that much better than running a slow Blade. So this is what the build actually was, if I can throw it together again. I think that was it. That was this. What am I doing? I think it was this. And then I think it was this. Yeah, so this is the slow blade build that I had, but it's definitely not like good. Am I planning on getting my day? No, I don't like the auto mechanic. Like this is objectively a better build, and then you look at the speed and it's like, well, maybe it's less good. Yo, Axel, how's it going, man? You remember back when Blade first came out, you ran him with Pella, Bronya, and Lynx? Yeah. Back then, that was actually a good team or a pretty solid team as well. Um, but yeah, so the rainbow build that I had is basically the best that I can get, um, while also being 134 or 135, I guess. And it actually is the highest damage that I can get at that speed threshold. So it's kind of what I have to do, basically. Yo, Kyrie Din, what's up? E2 Branya should help his speed. I mean, that'd be nice, but I've also never gotten Branya. Both of these are from selectors. Yo, Axe, did you ever say what or you said guess what and then didn't say what? Was that were you just trolling or what's up there? Ain't no way. What do you mean? 30 crit damage is wild on that. Yeah, not this piece. Yeah, this piece. It's a really good piece, and then you look at the fact that it has no speed, and it's kind of like, eh. Yeah, just swap to Twitch. YouTube is bugging out. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube, because you're not the only one that's mentioned that you've had problems with it, Lucilia. Chicken butt. All right, X. I don't. You know what? Maybe it's time we ban X. I don't know. Show the sparkle build. So my sparkle build is just high crit damage, with 160 speed. Like I don't really have a set bonus or anything like that, other than obviously 2-piece speed, but I still have a lot of crit damage, and then I hit 160, so that's kind of the kind of just what I was going for. Yeah, I do have Twitch, Sekololo. Oops, that's into YouTube chat. Uh, there we go. If you want to, if you would rather watch on Twitch, no problem with that. Feel free to do whatever you want. Whatever y'all are good with. Hell YouTube moment, yeah. Show the doctor ratio build. Okay. I'll have to put it back together. I do remember the pieces for the most part. Um, at least I think I do. You'll watch here, but you'll still join on Twitch. All right, cool. Appreciate that. Oh, you don't want to see my Jingliu build, man. It is not very good. Um, actually, you know what? This might have been it. It's got high attack. He gets crit rate off of his trace or whatever. Yeah, I think this actually might be the ratio build, although I'm not sure. You've been playing this game for 8 hours straight? Wait, what? You've been playing Star Rail for 8 hours? What have you been doing? Uh, Luna, what do you mean when you were talking about that they make us need to be divergent? Oh, I saw that. Sorry for not saying that yet. MMORPG. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Thaddeus? You can't even play Star Rail for 8 minutes? Okay. This is a Jingliu build. It's on an attack orb. If I was, I mean, I'm still on a really old set. I mean, the best thing to do would be swap to the new one, but I don't know if I have enough pieces to do that. Holy crit damage. It's not bad. Um, hmm. I mean, if this piece slams speed, we have a chance here. Not a good start. Also, not a good start. All right, we're moving on. Surely one of these has speed. Crit rate, that's not really what I want. Yeah. If you play HSR for 30 minutes, you feel like you played too much. Yeah, I kind of get that. Twitch is going to hit you with 20 ads. Ooh. Wait, you guys get ads on Twitch? I'm not even an affiliate. I guess I could just play ads anyway, but that's kind of annoying. Axel, you don't get any? All right, cool, cool. You got an ad blocker? Well, there you go. Um, let's see. I actually do wonder if I could get a build for Jingliu on this set. Probably because you have the ad blocker too. Yeah. Um, maybe this hits crit damage. No. Hmm. Maybe this hits speed. No. Yeah, I mean, eventually I do want to actually get a proper Jingliu build again, but I just don't. I do not have the time or pieces to be able to throw that together. So for the time being, she's stuck on this the 4-piece ice set and then an attack orb just because it has a bunch of speed. I mean, I do have this as an ice orb, which ideally I would be on. It's just I can't really lose the speed because then I go below. Wait. Oh, I'm actually still at 134. Um. Hmm. Although I guess that wouldn't work with Bronya because she is. You can't really do -1 at 134, right? So. Farming for Windset gave you cracked ice pieces. Yeah, I tried farming for Windset and I got neither set. So, like, everything was just bad. It didn't really go too well for me. Um, I actually wonder, what if I do this? What's my speed? Oh, even lower. Well, that's not good. Do I have any speed here? Also, no. Yeah. I'm kind of stuck on what I had. Win Jingliu meme review. Oh, do you mean kind of like the blade thing that I did? I mean, I feel like that was kind of just a one-off shit post. I don't know if it'd be a good idea to keep doing that. Lil Grape over on Twitch, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Um, can you get a hint about the next video? So it is not a video on a Hoyo game. It will be on a different game entirely. All right. Before I go into Apoc, because I do want to try beating that with Blade, I actually do have to spend my resin. Although I don't know what I want to spend it on. The Flappy Men calling it now? No, definitely not that. It's also not on Woowax, so I'm not becoming a Kurobot just yet. I'll be honest though, I feel like I kind of needed to not do a Hoyo video. Um, I kind of just needed a break from the atmosphere surrounding it, and taking the break from it and doing a entirely different franchise has kind of gotten me it's given me the ability to kind of just step back and start thinking about like what ideas I still have for HSR and what I can cover with the game. So it's actually been pretty good. Do you get Castoreese or Fugue for your boot hill? I mean, realistically, Pokedude, I don't know that Fugue is going to rerun anytime soon. So you might want to just go for Castoreese, assuming that you actually like her. But I mean, if Boot Hill is your favorite character of all time, then you could definitely save and then wait for Fugue's rerun. Yo, Neophyte, how's it going? It is not on Monster Hunter, Thaddeus. It's only a week away. You guys don't have to wait that long. I'm just building some anticipation, I guess. It's a Subway Surfers video. Oh, true. Axe does have the leaks there. I'm actually becoming a professional. I'm becoming a professional Subway Surfer streamer. All right. What do I want to spend my resin on? I guess I could keep farming relics. It's either that or remembrance stuff for Castoreese. Marvel Rivals video? Nope, it is. It is not Marvel Rivals. Can you put a video with the Subway Surfers gameplay? I'd probably lose half my audience if I did that, but maybe as a joke at some point, yeah, I might. How's Castoree's pre-farming going? Not very well. I haven't done any of her relic farming. Um, there's not a relic farming, her trace farming. And then whatever relic she gets will just be basically just leftovers. I mean, what I'll probably do is end up stealing pieces from Tribby, and then Tribby will actually get the leftovers. Because, like, this is a good piece. Like, both Tribby and Castoreese could use this. I would just have to get something to replace this piece for Tribby. And I mean, it could be one of these. I would just have to roll. Can I show off my Fei Zhao? Yeah, sure, man. Also, welcome to the stream. How's it going? This is my Fei Zhao build. She's got about 3k attack. She's over 134 speed, and then almost 100 crit rate, almost 150 crit damage. She actually could get better pieces. Her boots are like the attack is nice, but it could definitely have more crit damage. The HP roll could be different, and then this orb could also be better. Like the break effect roll is wasted. And yeah. Let's say Fugue reruns with Cass. You have both Firefly and Linksha. Is skipping Cass okay? You like both? Oh, definitely. I would say that if you already have Boot Hill, Firefly, and Linksha, Fugue is probably a better pickup for your account because that lets you do your Boot Hill composition. You could run her with Firefly as a budget HMC. I mean, I guess they're basically equivalent, not really budget. You could do sustainless comps if you really wanted to, and you could also do DPS Linksha if you wanted to. Whereas if you compare all of that Fugue like unlocks for you to just another DPS, which is Castoreese, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say they have the same value. Tribby hits harder without relics than your Rappa, who's level 70 with relics and a decent light cone. Are you playing Rappa in a super break comp? Because that doesn't seem right. No problem, Pokey Dude. Um, What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the other thing I could do with Fei Zhao is actually if I got an orb that had crit rate instead of crit damage, I could actually potentially swap her over to a crit damage shirt. Like I have this with, I mean, it's not amazing, but has a decent amount of crit rate. Um, I have this mask, which has 14 crit rate. I could use different hands here. Where is it? Yeah, like this one has 9 crit rate compared to this one's 6. So there is actually potential for the build to get better, but I would have to go back to farming Durin pieces to try and get one with crit rate. And I spent so long in this domain that I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I really want to go back. Maybe you get lucky and you get both. Yeah, dude. I mean, I would just basically pick one that you're kind of like, all right, I really want you because it gives me a lot for my account. And then if you get lucky, awesome, you go for Castoris or Fugue, whichever one you chose. And then if you don't, then there's always a rerun. You've been in the mine since she dropped. Yeah, I mean, I will say that some people just get luckier with certain characters than others. Like I spent a very, very long time in the Acheron domain, and this is the best build that I've gotten for her. It's a really bad build. But then I've spent like half that time in Fei Zhao's domain, and then I have this build, which is like objectively very good. So it's like sometimes the game just screws you, man. It sucks. Beats by Frey, yo, welcome. How's it going? It happened to you too, El? Yeah. What character did you get screwed on? I think what characters have I been the most screwed on? Definitely Acheron. I would honestly argue my Jingliu as well. I mean, I had good planers for her, or I should say, I had a good rope for her. But I was never able to get really good ice pieces. Who else? Honestly, those two are probably it. I would honestly say Jingliu and Acheron are my most time put in, but least or worst build characters. Topaz was the one that got screwed on. Damn, that sucks, dude. One of my friends, what did he do? I think he spent like 4 months in the Topaz domain. Let me see if I can pull his build up here. Oh, he doesn't even have Topaz on here. But yeah, one of my friends spent like 4 months in there to get a good build. So it's like it really just depends. Sometimes it takes forever, and sometimes you get it quicker. You got your big break on Acheron, so maybe it passes on to me. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. The problem with me going back to Acheron is that that means I would have to sacrifice farming for other things. And right now, I'm still working on Triby. I need to get a Castoris build together. And then I'm honestly tempted to go for an Ox as well, which would be yet another character I need to farm for. So like I really don't know when I will have like the opportunity to go back to the Acheron domain. I could always craft pieces, I guess. I don't know if I actually have any stuff. The Castoris plus a Noxus struggle is real, yeah. I'm still not sure if I want to actually go for an Oxa yet. Um because realistically I would only really use him for Herda. And I could realistically just build Serval instead. So it's not like it's a big necessity for me to do it, but I mean, we'll see. I'm pretty undecided as to whether or not I want to do it or not yet. You love hate building pity. I got trivia on it by accident at Anby and ZZZ in ZZZ. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just do not build pity. I think what I usually do is if there's a character that I like, but I'm not like I want you, what I usually do is just a 50-50. And then if I get him, great. If I don't, then I just kind of skip him. And then yeah, skip him and save the guarantee. I mean, would Anoxa be good with Akron at all with adding weaknesses? I mean, I guess that's technically considered a debuff, so sure, but like, she doesn't really like. I don't know if Anoxa really benefits her at all, so I would kind of lean towards no. All right, what Acheron pieces could be better? Hmm. You're better off just getting Jiao Cho on the rerun. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Supposedly he's coming back soon, so. Hmm. Maybe I try boots. Yeah, I think I will. Because if I could get boots with crit rate and crit damage, that would definitely help. The best part was that both Anby and Tribby were in a tadpole. Well, I mean, that's just luck there more than anything. You can't wait to hear Acheron players complain about why she's mid after skipping him for the second time. Well, that's gonna be me. I do not want to get him, so. So true, X. I'm just greedy and stupid. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the or clicked off of the screen there. Let's see. Surely one of the three I didn't click on I was lucky with, right guys? I think that would be a no. Confirmed Jiao Cho hater. I don't hate him, but I also don't like him. He is just a character that I'm just like, about. And like that kind of character is not someone that I want to use my roles on because it's like, I don't know, man. There's so many other characters this game releases that I'd rather just save for characters that I'm like, I want you. You're cool. Like that kind of stuff. Beats by Frey, yo, thanks. Thanks for following. I appreciate that. Jiaocho just kind of exists to buff Acheron. Yeah, definitely. And honestly, that kind of frustrates me. Like, I appreciate that Anoxa is not just a Herta slave, but it is annoying that Jiao Cho is just an Acheron slave. Like, he does basically nothing, like, special that another character wants apart from her. Like, can you use him as a generic support? Yeah. But is there anyone that is like, I want you apart from Acheron? No. Herta is a Noxus slave? I mean, I guess how you look at it. It depends on how you look at it, rather. He seems great, but you feel like your Acheron functions well enough. I would feel the same if my build wasn't bad. But Maybe someday. You kind of hate how we don't have a male Emanator character. Yeah, I kind of really do hope that there's one eventually. Like, I'm not saying that like I would want My Day to be an Emanator, but imagine a character that is as cool as My Day being an Emanator. Like that would be someone that would really do well. I mean, obviously Hoyo kind of doesn't really sell that many men. They would prefer to just sell the new waifu character because it arguably makes them more money. But at least we can hope. So the closest male Emanator is Jinguan. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's still never been confirmed whether he is or isn't an Emanator. Because if I remember right, Hoyo did something a while ago where they released like a book or something where they talked about a bunch of different factions, including Emanators. And if I remember right, Jingwan was used in that section, but I don't remember the details of it. I actually got clowned on so hard on a video, I think 4 weeks ago, something like that, where I said that Jingwan and Fei Zhao were Emanators. It's like, brother, like, who knows? That Hoyo has never confirmed it, but they've also never denied it. Jingwan isn't an Emanator, or is he? You don't know that. I would love for you to tell me where Hoyo has explicitly said that Jingwan is not an Emanator. Aren't all generals Emanators? See, that's kind of what my thinking is, but we don't know. The issue with Emanator is that it can be a strong mortal to whatever the hell Akron is. Yeah, so what didn't I think it was a lore thing that Aha like made like a worm an Emanator or something like that? Like it can be literally anyone. Um Lightning Lord is a gift from land. Jinguan himself isn't an Emanator. See, but that's the thing, you didn't actually answer my question there. Right, like, has Hoyo ever said Jingwan is not an Emanator? And the answer to that question is no. So you can say that Lightning Lord is just a gift from land or Lightning Lord is the actual Emanator, but that's never been confirmed. So to me, all the people that say that like these characters are or aren't Emanators are just honestly wrong because we just don't know. So in my eyes, whoever like if you want to say that they are an Emanator, that's fine. If you want to say that they're not, then so be it. You're pretty sure Black Swan in the Penacony quest called him that Emanator in the fake out. Yeah, I actually kind of remember. I actually do kind of remember that. Also, didn't am I crazy or didn't in Fei Zhao's story quest in the War Dance, or I guess not her story quest, but in the War Dance event, like wasn't Fei Zhao actually gazed on, or was it like when she got her axe back and when she was in like her mental field or whatever? She was gazed on. Yeah, right, exactly. So theoretically, if she was gazed on, doesn't that mean she could be an emanator? So it's like people say this character's an emanator, that character isn't an emanator. Like we don't know because Hoyo has never said. And I mean, maybe a gaze doesn't mean you are an emanator, right? Because the Trailblazer has been gazed upon, but we're not necessarily an emanator of destruction when we're physical Trailblazer. But who knows? Hoyo has never said anything exactly. That's my whole point. I just hate where people say that this character is not an emanator or this character is one when we literally do not know because Hoyo has never said. But that, I mean, that's just me. I mean, it is what it is. Average floor stream 90% yapping, 10% streaming. Okay, okay, okay. Everyone could be an emanator until explicitly said that they're not one. Got it. Huh. I mean, okay. If you want to look at it that way, that's a bit extreme, but like it's kind of ridiculous to look at it that way because everything comes with context. Like I wouldn't consider Arlen to be an emanator because there's nothing in the game that has ever said he has been looked upon by an emanator in any capacity. The issue is emanators just don't have any distinct power level. It doesn't help that a reference point is Acheron and Herta. True. This is like the HSR story, 90% yap and 10% playing the game. Alright, do you want me to put a black screen? Fleur talks about nothing for 2 hours. Alright, let me actually spend my resin and then we can go into Apoc Shadow. Don't forget the white text. True. I'm just gonna spend it on this real quick actually. Just get my resin out of the way. Just start a podcast at this point. So actually, uh, not really news about a podcast, but Axe, Moose, Waveman, and I were thinking about doing a group stream or something like that for the 3.2 live stream. We don't know if we'll be able to do it just because of time zones. I mean, that's like 7 a.m. for me. That's like 4 a.m. for Axe, but we are kind of thinking about it. You're not sure about it yet, but you think that Phynon might be an emanator from what we've seen. So I had a theory about Phynon, and this was back in 3.0, but I think that we're just in a time loop, or at least I guess the planet is. Um, and the only way that we're going to be able to break out of that time loop is probably through some intervention, and that could be from an emanator. Um, but we just don't know. If I remember right, when we were entering the planet in 3.0, didn't like Black Swan say there was 3 emanators or something like that? I think it was like destruction, erudition, and something else. I could be wrong about that. I'm just like kind of vaguely remembering this. If there's going to be an emanator intervention, it's going to be Herta. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like she could be what gets the rest of the Astral Express onto the planet. Remembrance and erudition. Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. It was 3 paths, not emanators. Okay. You think it'll be destruction, erudition, and probably Mythos? Do we know anything about Mythos? You think we died on the way in? There's no way we survive Nikador's spear. That's also a possibility. I mean, we literally have Castoris, who like controls the Death Realm or whatever. So realistically, we could have died, and then we're just gonna get like I don't know, res by her at some point. Oh my god, it's the global passive! No way! It's the lore reason for the global passive. Oh, Hoyo is 2 steps ahead. No way, man. They forced the global passive even if he didn't pull for her. True. Do you think Castorise will use her global passive on the game and revive it? I'll be honest with you, Axe, that's what I'm waiting for. Because, like, all of us here hanging out talking about the game and all the negative discussion about the game, I could very easily see that immediately dying out in 3.2. And if I can be completely honest, I think that's what Hoyo is actually banking on. Because if the anniversary is good and they're like, yo, haha, everything is fun, then the community's going to stop caring about the bad stuff because it'll be anniversary great, yay! Since Mythos would probably cover up Amphorius in a twist and turn. That's why Erudition hasn't calculated a definite ending. If Blade can one cycle, the game will be revived for you. Yeah. I mean, surely the buffs will be good, right? And surely they're still coming, right? You think we're 100% in the loop, Luna? Yeah. I mean, I've had that theory since 3.0. So, 100% agree with that. The game felt good by the first anniversary. Don't know if we can say the same for how the game feels now. Yeah, so I actually got, this was, I don't know, probably 2 months ago at this point, but I actually got a comment at one point that said a lot of people's opinions about the game are completely dependent on the state of the game, which I mean is kind of like a duh, but also at the same time it's like if you think about it, when the first anniversary happened, it was hype because everyone still loved the game. But now that everyone doesn't, or not everyone, but a portion of the player base doesn't love the game, will the hype of the anniversary be less? I mean, who knows? Like, if it is less, then it's like, okay, you know, maybe there is actually some problems. But if if people are just like, oh, whatever, then it's like less of, you know, like it means that the people complaining are a very, very small minority. If everyone kind of just moves on. Hoyo Civil War. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think it's gonna be that serious, but maybe Google Classroom needs to be a bit concerned. We need a blindfolded Jing Liu emote here. I see. Hmm. Yeah, that's a sticker Axe uses on Discord a lot. I don't know if that would translate super well to an emote. Dewey won't be able to buy his 7th yacht. Yeah. You don't think it's going to be that serious? The only time it will be is in the little bubbles on YouTube and Twitter? Yeah. And I mean, like, I think I think it's actually pretty telling, Luna, that both my video and Axe's video are capping out at around like 170 to 180,000 views. And that's not to say that like the people that think there may be problems is more than just that amount. But also, it does tell you that like if these videos aren't getting tons and tons and tons of views, then does that really mean that there's like a huge part of the player base that actually cares about these kind of problems? The people that discuss the problems are probably just going to be like some Reddit threads, maybe a couple people on Twitter, probably a Tectone video if I had to guess. but I don't know if it's gonna like explode into something like, oh my god, everything is bad. Uh You feel bad for any moderators in any capacity? Oh, do you mean for like the live stream? Yeah. Um, you feel oh on the Reddit mods, dude. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do because I mean Reddit is kind of like an echo chamber, so they're kind of gonna be. I would not be surprised if there were a lot of threads that kind of make a big deal about it. To be honest, you think people are just getting sick about talking about the problems? Oh, I agree with that too, Rogue Spectre. I mean, I'm getting sick of it, and I talked about the problems. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of a strategy when there are problems, where it's kind of just like if you ignore it, it'll go away eventually. I mean, that's kind of what Hoyo is doing. Because, like, for example, right, if I'm someone who is really upset with the state of HSR right now, I make my complaints, nothing changes. What am I left to do, right? So you just quit. Now someone takes my spot who doesn't have those problems, and then on Hoyo's end, it's like the player count is the same. They lost one, they gained one. So it doesn't end up really mattering that much if people are getting sick about it because they'll end up leaving anyway. What really was surprising to you is when you commented something about HSR, which was an idea for a new character, and you got a bunch of people shitting on the game. Yeah, so Neophyte, that's kind of what I was saying when I was said that the game or the Reddit especially is basically an echo chamber. If people like the game, that's all you're gonna see. If people hate the game, you're gonna see like 50 threads hating the game. The leaks Reddit is very wild right now. Yeah, I saw that, Frey. It's yeah. I mean, they had their moderation thing where they were like, yeah, there's too much Doom posting. We want to keep this like locked to the mega thread, which is kind of just wild. Axe, no, I did not see the Genshin Twitch chat. Was it bad? And then there's brigading in Pokey's chat and video because he was watching a Genshin live stream. I mean, doesn't Pokey's community just like hate Genshin, Luna? Because like from when I watched him a lot, it like anytime Genshin was on stream, it was literally just like Genshin Dej and stuff like that. The posts keep getting locked in archive. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. People were spamming pinwheels in the chat. Was that supposed to mean something, Axe? I'm not entirely sure what the pinwheels might represent. The Genshin YouTube chat was just asking about Capitano and Aoife. I mean, I don't blame him. Capitano should be a playable character. Check Discord. All right, let me see. Oh, that's what that means. All right, I appreciate you DMing me that on Discord instead of on here. Jesus. Did Apoc reset? No, I just want to clear it with Blade. That's all. Also, what's up, Coda? How you doing? I mean, I guess it did reset like 2 weeks ago, if that's what you're looking at. Why the 666? I'll be honest, didn't even notice that. I think I was just messing around and That's what happened when or when I quit out or whatever. You were used as you were used as a scapegoat to a child. They called you a loser and pointed their finger at you. Do you mean IRL? Like, was a kid just pissed at you for some reason? Okay, interesting. It's crazy to think that in 2.1, half the Penacony story was already over. Yeah, and then now we're in 3.0 and we're like still in the build up. You don't even know. Yeah, I mean, honestly, kids are just kind of assholes sometimes, so it doesn't really surprise me that much. I really do hope that Hoyo can actually deliver a good story with Amphorius. Because like the fact that they want to stretch it all the way to 3.8 is kind of like, I'll be honest with you, a little bit concerning. Because they've always had the problem of bloat, where it's like they just say words without a lot of meaning, and I don't know if there's going to be like an improvement to that if they have to fill 8 patches with story. Um, you still wonder what was the point of 2.3? It made me question what the plot of this game was. Yeah, you're not the only one. I mean, I didn't necessarily hate that patch, but I did find it weird that like the big boom with Sparkle was just like a joke. Um, and then it was further a joke in 2.6 when we had to deal with the bananas. Did I do the 3.1 story yet? No, not yet, but I do want to do it soon. I mentioned this earlier, close to the start of the stream, but taking a break from HSR and making a video on not HSR really helped with getting my motivation back for this game. Um, so next week will be a video that is not about HSR. But then after that, I want to do a more low key, just kind of more traditional video that I usually do, which will be back to HSR. And because it'll be more traditional, I won't have to put a big amount of time into it. So in that time, I plan to actually end up doing the story. Kind of a long-winded explanation of saying I'll do the story in like 2 weeks, basically. You think having more patches is fine because you won't get instances like Sunday 2.2? Oh, did you think? Yeah, I mean, I guess it was kind of rushed, right? There could have definitely been more build up there. Someone asked why you were still playing HSR or watching HSR if you didn't like the game, as if you can enjoy some aspects. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my mindset with the game as a whole right now, because for me, there are characters I really like in this game, and I think the story itself is good. So if you like ignore the power creep, you ignore the lack of content and events and stuff like that, you ignore the presentation of the story, there is some decent stuff there that I'm kind of interested in still, and that's why I haven't quit yet. So it's like I think what a lot of people miss is that you can heavily dislike parts of the game but also be perfectly fine with other parts. And that's kind of where I'm at with the game. Sparkle is kind of like Happy Chaos and Guilty Gear. They made her look like not a threat so that the next time she shows up, she's going to be a menace. Um, Luna, did you actually see Did you enjoy or did you see the Honkai Third collab with Sparkle? Because there was like a big fight there with Sparkle and one of their characters. I think it was they're called Vita, and that was like insane. So it's kind of like if that's what Sparkle can actually do, that could be really interesting as like a future kind of like plot point. Do you ever think that we're gonna get proper voice acting again? I mean, only when the strike ends. I mean, I play on JP voices, so I don't really feel it, but I do I do completely get that it's hella frustrating for the people that use the English voice actors. I mean, until that strike goes through, I really don't think that we can really expect all that much. You think they're 100% trying to push her as a joke, so the moment she does something, it feels more wild? I mean, if you look at her trailer was insane. I genuinely actually wasn't planning on getting Sparkle, and then I saw that trailer and I was like, this is insane, I want you. And then I got her. So, like, if they actually go hard on the craziness and kind of like, uh, just off the wall stuff that she could do, then I think that she'll get a pretty good eventual story. You think that they'll switch the studio like they did for Genshin? That's definitely a possibility, but I also don't see that happening for quite a while. I mean, the voice actors have been on strike for what, like 8 or 9 months at this point? If not longer. So, the studio isn't the issue. I mean, it's not. It's the union SAG AFTRA or whatever it is, right? But they're getting people from other studios to do it instead and just doing replacements. The main issue is Hoyo has to sign an interim agreement, which means that non-union voice actors would not get jobs. Yeah, I did actually hear about that, right? And then I think also, isn't it like if you are a union voice actor, you can only work on 3 non-union games? Like, isn't that like I remember reading that on Reddit or something. You're a little worried that they'll just recast all the VAs at this point. Yeah, I mean, it would not surprise me. It really wouldn't. All right, I actually don't think this team composition is going to clear, but we can certainly try. Here we go. Stalling. Okay. um FICOR VAs in the union can still voice act. That's why we still don't have Jingwon and Sina voice even though he's in the union. I don't know the full details, Luna. Um so you might have to explain a little bit, but like what is FICOR a company? FICOR? I'm not sure what that is. I just realized that this game has been muted this whole time. Oops. My bad. I guess I wasn't really doing anything, but So FICOR is basically just a status in SAG. People with that status can voice in non-union games. Oh, okay. The main issue is the problem was AI, and SAG is trying to use that problem to leverage companies and make these game union games. Yeah, so basically, it seems like, from what I understand, it seems like SAG is taking a shitty situation and then trying to essentially use that for their own benefit. So neither case wins. Because like the non-union voice actors don't win. And until the thing is signed, even the union actors don't win because they don't get to actually do their job. Because they're supposed to be on strike or whatever. That's just kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, the whole point of being in a union is that it's meant to be helpful to you. It's a bit messed up, yeah. It does not seem good. It seems like we aren't getting our VAs back anytime soon. I mean, we can hope, but for the time being, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I just realized, by the way, I did not realize that Blade works like this. Blade was at 1 HP there, and because he didn't lose any HP because he can't go below 1, he didn't get a stack for his follow-up. Unlucky. You've done a tiny bit of voice work in the past, and even getting acknowledged by a union is rough. The problem is no longer about AI, because none of the studios Hoyo uses have AI clauses in their contracts. Yeah, I mean, all we can really do is hope for the best for the people, like the actual voice actors. Because at the end of the day, I don't really care if Hoyo doesn't, you know, get their voices. I don't care if SAG doesn't, you know, get the agreement they want. I just care about the voice actors, because if they lose their jobs, that sucks, dude. Like, it feels like both companies are kind of just like thinking more about their profit rather than, you know, actually their employees. I should have basicked on Blade there. Oops. That's what I get for not paying attention. Eon-san's VA came back after she was muted for months. Oh, well that's pretty cool. Was she in the live stream? Blade is dead. Alright, I need to pay more attention. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Genshin was caught using AI a couple days ago, so you don't think they're gonna sign it. I've suspected them of using AI in the past for web events. I don't know if you guys are ever the kind of players to actually do the Genshin web events. But I think it was somewhere in the 3.0 era. It was the 3.x era, rather. I'm like 90% positive that they were using AI art. Because that was way back when it was a lot harder, or when it was a lot easier to tell if art was AI or not. As usual, Fleur's getting distracted. Yeah, my bad. Multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, listen, it's I think what you're missing there, Wiz, is that they are a company. As long as they can save money, they will do everything in their power to save money. Didn't Genshin recently get accused of AI art? I don't actually know. I mean, but honestly, it really would not surprise me. Yansan was voiced in the stream and did a little segment. That's awesome. I don't. I'm still currently not playing Genshin. I'm probably not going to come back until Skirk. But I might maybe try to snipe a copy of Eon-san just because I know she's like really good. So I might log in just to see if I can do that. I don't know what banner she's gonna be on though. Did they announce the Genshin banners? You missed the art when, or you missed the era when AI art was bad. Yeah, me too, man. A friend and I like finding good artists on Twitter and kind of sharing their art back and forth. Um, and I'll be honest with you, it has become increasingly more difficult to tell if art is actually AI or not. It's rough, dude. So Verisa and Zan Yun for Yansan. Oh, that's rough. Because I already have Zan Yun and I don't really want Verisa. Oh wait, I just realized I can't snipe a copy because I'm already at I'm 110 pull away from hitting a 5-star. I tried getting Chevreuse copies on Arlecchino's banner when she ran a little bit ago. And then I didn't get a single copy in 70 rolls, so I just said screw it and I stopped there. So yeah, I guess I'm not getting Yansan. That's rough. Suffering from success? It's more suffering from failure. I mean, I wanted the Chevreuse copies, man. I've only ever gotten one copy of her. It sucks. You love Chevy so much, but the game refused to give her to me. Yeah, same. And the other 4-star I really wanted was Lynette, but I only ever got the free copy of her. Way too many sites are allowing companies to use artwork on their site to train AI. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest with you, but I mean, it saves companies money, so they're gonna keep doing it. I'm incredibly unlucky because I also haven't gotten natural Bronya copies either. I don't want to talk about how unlucky I am in these games, man. Dude, Neophyte, share with the group. Hello? You can't just say you're getting food and not bring some for the rest of us. Yeah, so in all of my time playing Hoyo games, Luna, I've only actually had one period of time where I would consider myself lucky. And that was rolling for Wanderer. And even then, I don't actually truly consider that being lucky because I was not rolling for Wanderer, I was rolling for Farazan. And for context, I got C4 Wanderer before I got C6 Farazan. So it's like, sure, like, is that luck? Sure, I was getting a lot of 5-stars, but is it what I wanted? Not really. So, no way. Yes way, unfortunately. I mean, literally, I got C6 Farazan, and then I had C4 Wander, and then he became one of my C6s because I already had C4. Like, I wasn't gonna just leave him there. That just felt like a complete waste. So he was my he was my first C6 actually. And then my next intentional C6 was Kazuha. And then after that, it was Chiori. I kept pulling. I mean, yeah. So I guess I didn't fully explain. So when I went into the Wanderer banner, I had 40,000 primos. And I got C6 in that 40k. Or something like that. I think I could actually, if you, I think I actually can go back and find how the exact amount of rolls it took me, because I put it in a Discord somewhere. But I don't know where I can find that. Or I don't know how easy it will be to find that, rather. Because that was in like a really old Discord. Oh, here we go. Actually, never mind. I found it. Okay, so I found it. So to go from C0 to C2 Wanderer, it was 153 wishes, and I got 4 or 5 stars in there. I got 3 scars and 1 Mona. From C2 to C6 was 313 wishes. That was 4 Scaras and 1 Tignari. And then I also got his weapon, and that was 52 wishes. So 153 plus 313 plus 52. So in total, I C6'd Wander in 518 wishes. So like, yeah, I kept pulling, but also like, I was technically getting lucky there. But anyway. I mean, like I was saying though, I was really only rolling for Farazan. So yeah. BRB, you're gonna go build Anby. Good luck. I mean, she has the new relic set, so that's gonna be tough to just get. You're gonna get March 5-star and only 300 pulls. I believe in you, dude. You always pull 5 stars on your brother's account and not your own? Yeah. Your brain is overstimulated? Dude, just go ahead and relax then. No worries. Oh, that is just such unlucky targeting. You only have 200 pulls for Skirked right now. Am I cooked? I mean, if you want to get C6, then yeah. But I don't think you really should be going for a C6 in a Hoyo game right now. Oops. I mean, 200 pulls is more than enough to get her, and you could, I guess, go for 50-50 on her weapon. Yeah, Lucilia, this is a pretty good deco song. You'll get as many copies as you can because literally no other character interests you. I will say I'm like half interested in that in the chef looking character, but it'll really depend on what like the silhouette looks kind of intriguing, but it'll really depend on what they actually end up looking like. So that I mean that's kind of where I'm at with Genshin. But I'm not super interested in Aoife. I will say that. You heard that, oh, you heard that the chef is a Skirk support. That would be interesting. I was not paying attention again. Too much time looking at chat. You're also in the Skirk waiting room. You have 270 pulls. I mean, good luck. Honestly, to all of us. I think a lot of the people I know are going for, a lot of the people I know are saving their roles for Skirk. Yo, Neo Spyra, what's up? Hey, Axel, I'm definitely not stalling here. I'm just being a bot and not paying attention. Getting distracted, aka half the stream. Well, you're not wrong. I will say something that I do kind of have hopes for is that whenever Skirk does release, I do see myself actually playing Genshin again, because I've always been someone that can kind of get invested into a game if there is a specific reason to play it. And like because I quit Genshin like a week ago, I won't have played in probably like 2 or 3 months by the time she releases. So I would have a bunch of content to do with her when I come back. So it's kind of like that gives me a reason to keep playing. Wait. I'm not sure why Triby didn't have enough energy there. That was kind of strange. Your Skirk didn't have the bobblehead. Her model looks off. Yeah, that's actually something that I've kind of always said. I kind of do wish she had the tall model. I mean, I don't have a problem with characters being short and being powerful or whatever. Like Yoon Lee in HSR, for example. She's small but has the giant sword, and that's funny. But like Skirk's character isn't someone that I would really consider like funny. So I don't necessarily know that the small model makes too much sense. What's my polling plan for HSR? So I just got E1 Triby. I plan on getting Castoreese. And then I might get Sunday, although I'm still leaning towards no on that. And then after that, I would just be saving for the Fate collab. Assuming I'm still playing by then. Why am I doing this without a sustain? So if you break the boss in these Apocalyptic Shadows, you get full healed. So assuming you do it right, you don't actually need to have a healer. If I was more locked in, I'd probably be able to have cleared this by now, but I'm definitely not locked in. You want Skirk's gameplay to revolve around her attitude that reflects her hierarchy in the power system. I mean, Lucilia, do you just mean you want her to be strong? I'm not entirely sure what you mean there. You heard Sunday was not good for Castoreese. I don't know if he is or not really, but he is good for pretty much like everyone else, including this team. Like if I had Sunday here instead of Bronya, this run would be like 10 times easier. Quantum Skirk would have sold. Yeah, I'll be honest, it is kind of disappointing that they didn't make a new element with Skirk. I mean, I guess we don't know for sure, but I mean, she's probably going to be Cryo, let's be honest. Oh my god, I was like, one energy off, man, come on. I guess I should, alright. I guess I'll check energy this time. You want it to feel like when you play Skirk that she's powerful. You want some. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Wasilia. It's weird because they made a new element for Miyabi. I mean, yeah. I mean, they also made Dendro, but like, I mean. So here's what I'm actually concerned about with the element system in Genshin. So there's like the 7 main elements, right? And Dendro was added back in 3.0. But then we're going into Nod Cry, where supposedly they have a power that predates the elements. And then on top of that, what like when the twins and also the eventual playable Dainsleif come out, like are you telling me that they're not gonna have like a light and dark element or something like that? Like I don't see a world where Dainsleif isn't like a dark element and the twins don't have like solar power or something like that. It's just really weird to me that they're like against adding an element now when they're going to have to do it eventually anyway. Because it just straight up does not make sense for them to not add like a light and dark element at some point. You just like confident woman. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Why not advance Robin with Bronya? Honestly, SP more than anything. Because if I don't get her ult here from the basic, then I'll be going into the next turn with like 1 SP and I just run out. So this is the rotation I wanted. I needed to be able to get Tribi ult off of a basic here. Then I can go for the Robin ult here. Oh, actually, I just missed it. Blade actually got pushed up by DDD. I didn't notice that. Oopsies. It is what it is. They could just do Quantum and Imaginary for the twins and Dainsleif. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Skill issue? Yeah. I don't claim to be good at this game. Other than light and dark, is there any element that they haven't touched on? I mean, there is the Nod Cry stuff that I mentioned, where they said there's apparently a power that predates them. There is the... what's it called? There's the boxes from the Heavenly Principles that, like, trapped us and our sibling at the very beginning of the game. I don't know what kind of power that would be. And then apart from that, I guess there is, I guess there's element combinations. Like, it's still kind of wild to me that there's no, like, Geo and Nemo. That would be, like, I don't know, like a sandstorm or something like that. You wonder if they ever do releases like Naruto, stuff like Storm and Magnet, which are combinations of elements. That would actually be very cool. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish that's what they did. This isn't like Genshin or HSR related. I wish that's what they did with Miyabi and ZZZ. I feel like it would have been a lot more interesting if her element was like blue fire, like ice fire or something like that. And then that they could introduce combos there, but instead they basically just made her Frost 2. And it's just kind of like, well, why? Okay, these hits aren't too bad so far, although Blade could very easily die soon. Oh no, Blade should be fine. He'll get healed off his thingy. This should be fine. Oh, this is a Tribby follow-up. Oh wait, Blade's not gonna get a stack here. He's just dead. Yeah, I messed up. And I also don't have a skill point. Yeah, I really messed up, actually. Oh man, this was the run. Yeah, because she doesn't get enough energy here off of a basic. Because if I had SP here, I could have skilled, gotten her ult. No. Goodbye, Blade. Just don't get hit. Yep, definitely. There was a way around that. I just needed to pay attention. I completely forgot about the 1 HP Blade not getting a stack again. Archer being a 4-star makes you, or pisses you off. Hoyo did not have to go the FGO route. I actually don't have a problem with Archer being a 4-star. Genuinely, I don't, but he would have to be a 4-star that is of an equivalent tier to the good 4-stars, meaning like Hunt March and like Gallagher, because those characters are basically 5-stars. So like, if that's the strength they go with him, I think it's fine, because at the very least that makes him more obtainable. But at the same time, I also do see, like, yeah, if he was a 5-star, that would definitely mean his kit would last longer. So. A character that doesn't cost 160 pulls is nice. Yeah. Yo, Hints, how's it going? Also, Schizoran, I don't think I said hi to you. How's it going? And Maple, what's up? I think I have to skill on Tribby here. Yeah. Kind of annoying. They're gonna milk the collab characters? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, you're from West Africa, Luna. That's pretty cool. I mean, Hoyo is honestly really bad with, like, representation. I mean, you could see that with Dea. You could see it with the Yansan being a 4-star. You could see it with, Sino being mid. Like, they don't really go out of their way, and I mean, there's a very clear reason for it, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. I missed this earlier, but Racin628, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. It seems I repeated the same mistake again. Oh yeah, with Blade, you're right, I did. It should be fine. Not being locked in does that to you. I'm gonna have to basic on Bronya here. Basic here. Yeah, this is definitely not a good run. Okay. I have to get back in. Hey, guess what's gonna happen soon? Probably me losing this run and having to redo it again, if I had to guess. Lock in, dude. It is... I don't know why I struggle with this so much, man. Okay. Hit Blade again. Wait, the team live. No way. Yo, Hint. Dude, I really appreciate you giving a super chat. I don't know if Axe is still here, but thanks a ton, man. My entire rotation is completely screwed, by the way. This is the exact opposite of what you want out of optimal Blade gameplay. Alright, I'm just gonna do it, whatever. I should have action advance Robin there. I guess I didn't need to, but... Okay, basic here. Action advance. I should have action advance a Robin. Holy, I am stupid. I also should have ulted. I am just unbelievably not locked in. If this is the run where I get a clear, I am pissed. But yeah, again, dude, Hints, thank you very much. Means a lot. Appreciate the support. Just put a sustain in the team, bro. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not necessarily, like, struggling here because I don't have a sustain. I'm struggling because I'm not playing well at all. You're unsubscribing? Where's the Fortnite content? Actually, I did play Fortnite with Axe on his stream last week. Or was that last week? Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. What do I think of Cantarella and Woowa? I think the tongue thing is kind of weird, but I don't hate their design like entirely. It's just definitely not the kind of design that I'm like crazy about. What's my plan for the second side? I'm just... Really? Are we getting another Axe collab? We might at some point. Fortnite is a, Oh, shit. Yo! Hint, thank you again, man. I really appreciate that. Suki Sune and Cloud Fanboy, enjoy the memberships. Supplying the stream. Dude, I appreciate it a ton. Thank you, man. At least this isn't the run I cleared. True. Thank you. I also think the tongue thing is weird, and I've been gaslit into thinking it's not. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's just it's overly horny, and I don't think it makes much sense. The Cantarella is just definitely not my type of character. Hints is a cool dude, maybe epic. You know what else is epic? The tongue. So there's a character in Wuwa called Cantarella. She so in Wuthering Waves, every character has a tacit mark somewhere on their body. And Cantarella's tacit mark is on her it's on her tongue. And for the record, it doesn't have to be in some kind of like sensual spot. It could be on an arm, it could be on a leg. But they put it on her tongue, which to me is just kind of like, for one, it's weird, and two, it's kind of like horny pandering. The surveys asked if players were interested in other placements, and some players said tongue. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really surprise me. So during her burst, it shows her tongue. Yeah, it does, Rayson. Also, to answer your question earlier, you asked what my plan was for the second side. I'm mostly just doing this to have fun with Blade. I don't necessarily have a plan for the second side, because I actually have already cleared this Apoc. I'm just trying to do it with Blade. And realistically, I probably could have done it already if I was 100% paying attention, but I spend a lot of time looking at chat, so there's a lot of mess ups on my part. They did a similar thing with Chang Li where her tacit mark is right below her chest. Yeah. I mean, they know what they're doing, right? Like, it's just selling, but yeah. E1 Robin and E1 Trivi. Yeah, it's all Blade carrying. It's definitely not the supports. Don't worry about it. Okay, will she get enough energy? I think so. And then... Oh my god. Oh, because she's not on an ER rope. Oh, the fumble. I keep forgetting my trivia is not on an ER rope. Make sure you all join the Discord, not even promoting. It's just a really neat place to chill. Well, I'll promote it. Hold on a minute. Yo, Hints, dude, thanks again for the third membership. Cebu, enjoy. But yeah, if you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, it is linked in the description of the stream. But there's also a link to it. So, yeah, feel free to come hang out. We've got a pretty active but small community there, so. Skill lasts 2 turns. What are you talking about, L? Oh wait, does E6 Bronya make her skill last 2 turns? I actually have no idea. I've never looked because I haven't gotten lucky with her. Oh, it does. Huh. Um... Yeah, I mean, for all you guys that do hang out in the Discord, I appreciate y'all. I mean, I really do enjoy having the community and stuff we have, so. Yeah, the E6 makes Bronya usable with follow-up units. I could see that, yeah. Okay, this time for sure. Yeah, okay, so she'll get her ult here. And then Blade gets pushed up, so I wait before... Wait, Robin doesn't... Oh, she should get it, yeah. So now I basic, Robin ult. You got one more in me? Dude, you really don't have to. I do appreciate it a lot, but yeah. Is there anywhere to chat in the Discord? So, Rayson, if you read the rules, there is a, there's something you have to react to, and then that gives you the, access to the full server. Yo, Neophyte, dude, no problem, man. I mean, it's just a place to hang out. It'll always be there, so it's not like I'm expecting people to always be chatting and stuff in there. It's just kind of like a nice place to hang out and stuff. Yo, Gabriel Maitreya, enjoy the gift sub from Hints. Or gift membership, rather. Okay, this should unlock his weakness, so I can ult him now. Oh my god, Blade actually hit 300k. The paradise is reachable for him. Okay. If I basic here... Okay, Blade gets the follow-up. Huge. The break. This could be the run. Maybe? Skill here. Skill here. Basic here. Okay. This should finish him. Just don't be greedy and stupid. I will try my best. Again, I do not claim to actually be good at this game. Okay, so I basic here. Ooh, that was a big slam on Branya. That is not ideal. Okay, I need SP. So if I just go for that, then... You're gonna take a nap? Alright, dude, get some rest. Appreciate you dropping by to hang out. This should be fine. I don't have SP, but that's alright. Because I get it back from Tribby. So basic here. Okay. Does Robin get enough? No, I would have to skill. Okay. I forgot about the DDD again. I could have made you... I haven't used DDD for so long that I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea how it works half the time. Like, I know how it works, but like, I just forget. Okay, so I have to basic here. I don't have to skill here, so I can go for the basic. I probably should have blade ulted, but it's fine. Okay, there's that. So, do this. Ulti. Wait, is this it? Will blade be able to reach the other side? Probably not, if I had to guess. Okay, we're actually getting some good damage here. Must be nice to have DDD. Yeah, so I have S3 DDD. I do not have S5 DDD. I got one forever ago, but I didn't really consider it worth using because it was just S1. And then I think I want to say in 2.5, when I rolled for Fei Zhao, I got 2 copies of it. I think this actually might be it. I might be able to get the kill here. It's not going to be like good numbers, or good points rather, but... Okay, follow up. That takes off some. 4%. I should probably just... I might as well. Yeah, I should just basic. Oh my god, Blade has done it. No way. Holy, I locked in for a little bit and I was able to get a clear. See guys, I can do it. I'm not good, but I can do it. With my with my E1 Trivia and E1 Robin, Blade still got it in him. Yo, Benny7, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that, man. Also, Elliot Makia, thanks for dropping by. Blade cleared better than Fei Zhao. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that's necessarily like a Blade versus Fei Zhao thing as much as it is like a boss thing. Because Blade gets the AoE here. Like the AoE from being able to hit multiple dice helps him a ton. I have 9 more points than you, and you did it with Sustained Blade E0 Tribi. Yeah. Like I could probably redo this with Fei Zhao and see what the points are. Let's see. Alright, I have to replace the lineup. Let's see. So instead of Bronya, probably just March, and then instead of Blade, Fei Zhao, I guess. You remember that meme, the Blade Zero cycle, and then the thumbnail? Yeah, hold on. Wait. Axe has sent me that meme before Neophyte, but I don't remember where. But I definitely remember what you were talking about. Alright. Now the challenge for this team composition is going to be not dying. We'll see what happens though. Real talk, Robin's ultimate should be a different one of her songs. That would have been really cool actually, yeah. I will say it definitely does get a little bit tiring hearing the same song over and over again. More auto? Yeah. Imagine if it switched between all of her songs. So this is going to sound like a, I don't know if elitist is the right word here, but I actually listened to Chevy, who is the singer for Robin, I've been listening to her for years. And the fact that they made her Robin's singer voice actress was really cool. But then you only actually get those songs in the album. Like, you don't get them in game. So it's kind of just like, it almost feels like a wasted opportunity. Do I need SP here? I don't think so. You can play him on the train. Oh, I didn't actually know that, Rogue Spectre. I'm definitely going to overcap on Fei Zhao stacks here. I guess it's not that bad, actually. Okay, I actually did not overcap. Alright. Is E2 Tribby good, or should you save for Anoxa? You want to make the best Herta team. I don't know what Tribby's E2 is offhand. Give me a second to look that up. Hold on. I mean, her E1 is 100% worth it, but I am not actually familiar with Tribby's E2. Okay, so Tribby's E2 increases the extra damage dealt by her zone to 120% of the additional damage. It also deals 1 extra instance. So if you are trying to make the best Herta team possible, I would say that E2 could be worth it only if those extra hits give Herta more energy. But I don't think they would, because it's like it's just an added hit rather than like a completely separate instance of damage. I don't know if you'd ever I don't know if you'd be able to find someone that actually has E2 Tribby to test that. But if it gives Herta more damage, then I would say yeah, it could be worth it. But otherwise, I think E1 is more than enough, and you're probably better off going for Anoxa. Part of the reason you wanted Tribby was to be good was to stop having to use Robin. Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about this last stream, but I think that there being niche supports is a very good thing for a game to have. But there's a caveat to that. So like, if you have an HP support, and you have a summon support, and you have a follow-up support, and those are very specific, like the unit for that is very specific, I think that's fine, but they need to give you enough rolls to be able to get them. And right now, they just simply don't. Like, straight up. Like, we get like a 50-50 each patch, yet they keep dropping units. And if they kept dropping niche units, that would only make that worse. So, like, it really depends on, like, I don't have a problem with it on paper, but it would have to be done, like, well. I have extra SP, so I'm just gonna go for energy. Anoxa does sound tailored to the Herta. Yeah, they're definitely a good pair. You wish they could give 4-star alternatives like a break efficiency buffer 4-star or a summon action advancing 4-star? Yeah, definitely. I actually made a video on that kind of topic a bit back. I don't entirely remember which video that was, though. If YouTube will load for me. Where's the one that I talked about that? I think it might have been in the video, which was how could Honkai Star Rail add more variety? Oh wait, no. It was Honkai Star Rail needs unit diversity from 2 months ago. I talked about basically exactly what you said. If there were lower rarity options, and not just 4 stars to be clear, but even like 3 stars, for example, then that would open up a lot of opportunity for there to be side grades and not have to have like Hunt March be the Topaz side grade, for example. Okay, what can we do here? Probably just go for this. Oh god, the energy's drained, man. Okay, if I skill here, I think I get enough energy from Fei Zhao and March. Yeah, I definitely do. Cool. Okay, so that should unlock him. Oh no. No! My boomer reactions! I'm an actual bot. That would have been it. That would have been the clear. Literally, my hand was just off the keyboard. I wasn't even thinking about pressing a button. Dench, yeah. That's about right. Oh god, man. That's what I get for not paying attention. Ghosty, another reason why I don't think that these kind of Fallout comps are amazing against Aventurine is if the dice aren't unlocked, you basically do no damage to them. So I basically just wasted like 3 follow-ups because they all attack the 12 dice here, and it just didn't matter because it didn't deal any damage. So you spent hours debugging your code, and now that you ate, you're like, oh yeah. I mean, so I'll be honest with you, Neophyte. Like, a lot of the time, literally just walking away from a problem is a very easy way to solve the problem, because when you come back, you'll be looking at it in a completely different light. So you'll be able to just see what you missed. Yo, Natty, how's it going? I think I'm gonna overstack here, right? Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Oh wait, no, it's the same thing as last time. Alright, I didn't overstack. Nice. You need to take more breaks, 100%. I mean, I found it like, what am I saying? I've been in the same spot you are, basically, is what I was trying to say. And just taking the break is always what has helped. Because then you come back, and you set eyes, and then you're chilling. Skill here. Kind of a waste of an ult, but whatever. You gotta go. Dude, thanks for thanks for dropping by, Hence. Thanks for the memberships and everything else. I really appreciate it. Breaks are just good in general. Yeah, 100%. Uh-oh. Heijao getting kind of weak here. Less than ideal. The alt field isn't active, so let's get that active. Basic here. Okay, is this gonna give me enough energy? I really don't think it will. But this might. I know I'm overcapped on Fei Zhao stacks here. Fuck. Oh, the Tribby follow-up. Okay, well, this is a waste. If I waited for the... I didn't even think about Tribby follow-up giving me the last bit of energy I needed. Problem of hunt characters is that they have such low HP. Yeah, that's definitely one part of it. Okay, I don't have to skill here. So there's the heal. Okay, this should be it. Yep. I'll show you my Fei Zhao after this here. So there we go. So Fei Zhao did get the clear. Almost 3,700, not bad. If I didn't waste that one Fei Zhao, I definitely could have cleared better. But I didn't think about Tribby following up, so I would have been able to clear sooner. Or with a little bit extra. I would have been able to get the 3,700. What's Fei Zhao? So here's my Fei Zhao build, Racing. Already 300 points better than Blade, yeah. Yo, Engpol, what's up, dude? Just saw you dropped in. Su Shang, Moggs, Fei Zhao. I don't know about that, but I'm sure there's a Su Shang simp out there somewhere that has made her better. Takeaways from that clear: hyper invest into Eidolons. Yeah, not just Robin, but Tribby too. Uh, 99 crit rate. Yeah, it's pretty good. Here, hold on. You want to see something funny? I can go higher. Where's it at? Yeah. There we go. How's this for crit rate? Do you guys think I'll get double the damage now that I have over 100 crit rate? Same crap, different day. I feel that, dude. How is my day? It's honestly been decent. So I decided to not release a video today. And the reason I did that is partially because I am working on a bigger video. But also I kind of just wanted to break from thinking about Hoyo games in the way that I have to for videos. And then taking the break of not having to make a video over this past week kind of re-motivated me to do more. It motivated me to start thinking about ideas again, basically. So it's been kind of nice being like less negative for the past week about the game. So last night I was kind of just sitting there thinking, and then for the first time in probably like a month, I just like was able to just print off 3 ideas of HSR videos that I want to make, so that once next week's video is out, I can go to those. And honestly, that's kind of like a nice feeling. Bro's editing skill on newer videos has been real good. It's definitely been something I've been working on. The last 2 videos took a very very long amount of time. The Hoyo long con one took way too long for the amount that I actually got out of it. So here's a fun mini game for you, Axel. Take a guess how long the Hoyo long con video took me to put together, because I do actually have a number. And to be fair, part of this, no, sorry, I meant hour wise. Part of the reason that the number is high is because I learned a lot of editing tricks while doing the video. Um, but it was still a very long amount of time. I did the editing all in one go. I mean, it was over a week. So basically, how that video went was wrote the script on Friday, edited the script Saturday, Sunday, and then basically from Monday all the way until probably about 10 p.m. on Thursday night, with a video going up at noon the next day, I was editing. So in total, probably, if I had to estimate, around 80 or plus hours across that week. It was a lot, dude. Wait, this build is still wrong. What am I missing? Oh, right, the orb. Um, I could beat a full JRPG in that time. Yeah, I. It was stressful. I cannot lie. That's part of the reason that I am making next week's video, or giving myself 2 weeks. Um, because I don't really want to go through the stress of everything else I have to do in my life on top of making a video like that in a week. It just, yeah. I felt unbelievably burned out after I made that video. But I mean, the payoff was there, right? I mean, 100K views is nuts. Um, I think I got over 2,500 subs. That's also nuts. But so like the work paid off, but it was also something that I'm not super inclined to cram into 1 week again. More money for gotcha games. I mean, I guess. It was also an amazing video, though. I appreciate that, Rogue Spectre. Thank you. Unless you're going full time, take your time when making videos. Yeah, that's definitely something I learned. And I'll be honest with you, I think despite the stress that that video caused me and the amount of work I put into it, I still think it was a good thing to do, even if it only got like 10,000 views. Because I think something that's worth doing in everything you do is having one period of time where you kind of like, at least one period of time, where you kind of bite off more than you can chew. Because then you see what like you can really do, and then you know your limits of like, okay, if I get stressed out having to cram that much work into a short amount of time, then maybe I just give myself 2 weeks the next time. Or maybe I just make it a shorter video or whatever, and you learn from it. And for me, that was that video. Like, I do not, like, until I get an actual editor, I don't want, or someone to work with on those projects, I don't know that I really want to do something like that again. So that's why I'm giving myself 2 weeks for next week's video. That's why there wasn't a video today. So Did I fix my Fei Zhao build? I think I did. Yeah, okay. Going off topic, you remember that the consensus being to pull a variety of characters instead of Eidolons are free to play, but like now pulling Eidolons is considered pretty important. It's important if you want to play old characters. So like if I want to play Jing Liu and I don't have Eidolons on her team, she's just going to be bad. But if I pull Herta, like you don't need Eidolons on Herta because she's new. So I mean it really depends. Like you can be someone that just chases the new thing because that's what the game is catered around. And yeah. What do you mean by commentary, Axel? Every character is going to get old eventually if you don't pull the DPS constantly. Oh, 100%, yeah. Talking with background gameplay, probably not. It's going to be more in line with the Hoyo LongCon video, using trailers and that kind of stuff. Yo, Thaddeus, welcome back, dude. Not the next video I release will be more like the Hoyo LongCon. The week after that, we'll be back to HSR videos, and that will be more commentary with background gameplay. Yeah. Kind of like a documentary then, sort of. Yeah. This one is more of like story time though, if that makes sense. Um, but we'll see. I really don't know. I really don't actually think it's gonna do amazing compared to how my videos usually do because it won't be an HSR or Hoyo related video. But I know that going in, so I kind of have my expectations lower, and I'll like whatever I get will be pretty nice. Looking forward to it though. I appreciate that. Story time. You're actually interested? Yeah. I mean, I really do hope that people enjoy it. You just notice her boots are different heights. Yeah, so that's the Hoyo trademark, Rayson. Hoyo loves doing asymmetry. So like Tribby, black and white boots. Huo Huo, different size socks. Robin, she doesn't have just a white dress. She has, the white with a wing on one side, the blue on the other. Yunli has the ankle strap. Firefly's actually pretty symmetrical. I guess she has the ribbon. They always try to have it at least a little bit. You've got the leg strap here. That's another thing. They love their leg straps for some reason. Different boots here. Same boots here, but leg straps. I have the characters looking at you turned on. Is that something you can turn off? Shame that gotcha games buff their old units with less money than Hoyo. Well, see, Engpaul, the reason that Hoyo doesn't care is because they'll make the money anyway. Like, why buff characters if people always swipe for the new one? Yo, Wax, welcome back, dude. Axe, do you have that meme where it was like Blade Showcase and then you hover over it and then it's Robin? I need if you do, send me that on Discord. Oh, it's Fei Zhao? Okay. Robin jump scare, yeah, pretty much. Hoyo designs are just way too much more often than not. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Herta's design. Like, it's very witch, Like it looks a lot like a witch and stuff like that. But also it is kind of just chaotic. Like there's a lot of ribbons, there's a lot of frills and everything else. Do you plan on doing gameplay videos anytime soon, like actually talking about the game? Do you mean like, for example, the like having a recording of the blade clear that I did, or the Fei Zhao clear or something like that? Um, I mean, I've thought about it, Axel, but also I am not good at the game. So you kind of have to think, why would people look at my video and not like Pokey's or something like that? And the only way that that would happen is if I do unique things, for example, like Super Break Fei Zhao. Look at Box too. He does the same things, but in a goofy way. That's fair. It is. I know it's more doomer of me to kind of say like, why would anyone watch me rather than someone like that? But obviously, people would. Um, I think the bigger thing is that genuinely, I'm just not that good at the game. Like, I get clears, but yeah. Let's see. How do you guys like the Fei Zhao clear? You can always put some salt on the existing kind of content. That's true. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, I do weird things sometimes, like Super Break Fei Zhao, and that could be decent content. But also at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I so okay. So now that I'm actually thinking about it, I think I could do content like that at some point, but I would need an editor, because right now I enjoy having free time. Um, so whenever I do a weekly video, uh, I don't really want to immediately start thinking about the next video, even if it is something simple like a clear or of endgame or something like that. So if I had an editor that I could send that over to, then I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? I could do something like that. And I think that is a good plan to have for that kind of content. But I still need to work on building my audience to get to that point. So we'll see what happens. It's simple. Both Pokey and Tectone are loud and obnoxious, while you are quiet and chill. I mean, I think it all comes down to preference more than anything. But yeah, it also really depends on what I'm doing, because I could definitely be more animated, but we're mostly just here talking, so it's kind of like there's nothing to really be that crazy animated about. You can record on stream and then overwork your editor up. That's kind of the idea, yeah. Just a chill guy, true. Actually, what is MOC right now? I kind of want to run Super Break Feijo. So, thinking about it. Or I guess I could actually do Super Blade. That might be kind of fun. Let's see. So if I want to do Super Blade, probably want Yunli's Light Cone. Speaking of break, Fei Zhao sending you a DM. All right. Let's see. Do I still have these pieces? Yep. Okay. I got a helmet. Oh, I don't remember if I got rid of that shirt or not. I think I did. I had a crit rate shirt. What DM did you send me, Thaddeus? Oh yeah, I've seen that guy before, Thaddeus. His crit rate is gonna be cooked. Oh, I forgot to change the hands. Oops. Speed there wouldn't be bad. Do I have any left over? I probably don't. No, I don't. I think I had a crit rate shirt with some break effect on this set, and I think I burned it at some point. Yo, Celestial, how's it going? That's even less crit rate. You hope Saber will be free to play friendly like Herta and not like Acheron, where she doesn't feel good without her light cone and Jiao Cho. Yeah, definitely. Mm. I'm trying to keep like a decent. I might have to keep his light cone instead of using Yunli's to just have a decent crit ratio. How close am I to becoming a Twitch affiliate? I'll be honest with you, I have not looked. I could take a look though. So to become a Twitch affiliate, I actually have every requirement except for streaming 7 days in a month, and I don't really have the time to be able to actually do that. So I probably will never become an affiliate, at least not for a while. I shouldn't say never. What'd you say, Celestial? Wanted to pop in and say hi real quick. You're almost done watching your video, and you'll be back soon. All right, cool. I appreciate you dropping by to say hi, Celestial. Thank you. Yeah, I saw. In theory, having niche buffers. Sorry, I need to read this. Having niche buffers is just a character check. In other Hoyo games, this isn't an issue, but in HSR, have fun playing Aglaya without Sunday, and if you love Blade, be ready to pull every support. In theory, niche buffers should stop power creep, but if they make all these buffers scale higher than the rest, it's just making the game less fun. I think that's okay. No, it's all good, Ghosty. No worries. Again, I think it really just comes to what I said earlier. I don't have a problem with there being niche supports as long as we get enough polls to get a variety of them. Because, like, I always compare stuff like that to a different gacha game I play called FGO. And in that game, like, there's support specific for each types of damage. So there's like blue damage, green damage, red damage. There's supports for that. If you want your ult damage to be better, there's a support for that. There's some other stuff too, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So it's kind of like niche isn't necessarily a bad thing. You think Robin not being niche is what also made her kind of frustrating because now the power level's around Robin, and if you don't like her, tough luck. Yeah. I think having a support that does everything is a bit too much. She has attack boost, action advance, extra crit damage. Like it, yeah, it's a lot. I need to find a little bit of speed somewhere. And I don't know where I can find that. Oh wait, no. Ron May gives speed. Never mind. Alright, so let's do Fugue, Ron May. Okay, so I've got Super Blade, which totally is not a support showcase. And then I need something to clear top half. Where's Herta? Herta. Tribby, H2O. Super Blade with true damage would go crazy. I could try that actually. I'd probably have to do like no sustain though. And I don't think that would work against Hule. Screw Gallagher. Alright. I don't know if this will work against Hule, but we can try it. Thaddeus, were you a Honkai third player? Is that why you recognized Takapa, or do you just know the song? I'm 100 starring? Well, we'll see. Oh, you never played Honkai 3rd, you're just a music nerd? Alright. I don't think I finished what I was saying earlier, Axel, if you're still here, about Twitch affiliate. Basically, if I wanted to stream 7 days in a month, I would basically have to sacrifice a week of making a video to get Twitch affiliate. And like, that's kind of worth it, but also at the same time, I don't know if it's something I want to do. Again, it kind of goes back to if I had an editor, I could, but I don't, so... You feel that sacrifice is not worth it? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It'll just be a thing that I come back to eventually if I, 1, get to stick with this for long enough to get an editor, and 2, can afford an editor with what I make off YouTube. Because basically my philosophy right now is what I make off of YouTube, I will reinvest back into it. And I've currently not made enough to hire an editor, so. Looking at the current situation, YouTube is better than Twitch for your channel? Yeah. What was I gonna say? Basically, the thing that streams do for me right now is help with the community. So like pretty much every stream I've been able to get people to join the Discord, for example. Like that's where the streams help. But like in terms of actually growing my channel, I mean not really. At least not right now. You hate Gallagher. He's the only free-to-play sustain, but he can only go on one team. So do you hate him? Do you hate him because he's good, or do you hate him because you actually just don't like Gallagher? I should have stream elements advertise my links. Yeah, I would need to figure out how to do that. Dude, getting multi-streaming alone was a challenge, let alone figuring out that. Because I think I'd have to get like a bot for it. You appreciate the relatable mini Herta support for big Herta? Yeah, I didn't want to build Serval. So mini Herta it is. I'm still considering building Herta to be clear, or sorry, Serval to be clear, just not right now. He's too good and a boring character. You're not wasting pulls on a sustain when you need to save for an Oxa and Cypher. That's fair. Makes you wonder how streamers do it every day, huh? They just got a different grind set than I do, Thaddeus. I don't know what to say. Your stream will consist of your viewers, but your viewers won't come from your stream exactly. Yeah. And I mean, that's not to say that I shouldn't. That's not to say that I shouldn't necessarily put in the time to grow both. But, you know, when I've got time for one, you know, one thing has to take the cut, and that's generally going to be streams. I mean, like, right now, I could actually be working on my video for next week, but I'm doing the stream because I like hanging out and talking with all you guys. So it's kind of like, well, this is the more fun part. Or, I don't know, it's not to say making the videos isn't fun. But it's a more relaxed kind of fun, if that makes sense. I could do small streams like during my long gaming sessions. I definitely could. That's possible, but that would also mean that the content I'm streaming isn't HSR. Because like recently my fixations outside of gacha games have been Monster Hunter Wilds and then Marvel Rivals, and I play that with some friends. So that I don't know if that's exactly like appropriate for stream content. You could also do some things with viewers as you get bigger. Yeah, definitely could. I mean, like the ZZZ Fall Guys event. That could have definitely been something I did with viewers, assuming I had viewers that played ZZZ. Our collab on ZZZ Fall Guys was neat. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was just trolling the shit out of Axe. Stream should always be chill, but that's just you. I mean, yeah, I agree with that for the most part. I think there are some exceptions, but for the most part, yeah. I think streams should kind of just be like a you're hanging out with your chat and that kind of stuff. Alright, I really doubt this team is gonna clear. But, you know, it is what it is. You tend to like streams that are 400 viewers or below because it's less chaotic and more close-knit. I think that also depends on the streamer, though. Because, like, a streamer that I've been watching for years at this point, I don't know if you've heard of him. You probably have, right? Like, Genizod. I've watched him for years at this point. And he does a good job of paying attention to almost every message in his chat. Meanwhile, his average viewer base is over 1,000 right now, and has been for, like, the past few months. So it's like, it really depends on the streamer and if they can not only talk with chat, but also focus on the gameplay. And currently I am doing one of those two things, so... Genizard is pretty similar. I mean... Yeah, honestly, I would say so. I just stall and read chat. Yeah, pretty much. That's me, dude. There's absolutely no way this is clearing, by the way. My Ronmei is gonna get nuked at some point. Let's see. Because, I mean, the hard part is gonna be actually breaking them. And not dying. Like that. Okay, note to self, that guy does a lot of damage. Don't hit him. Wait, I'd die anyway there, wouldn't I? You don't think this channel is streaming for money? I'm not. Dude, like, I've done 3 streams and in total... So, apart from the super chats that Hints has given me, I've gotten a grand total of, I think, $6 from the 4 streams that I've done. Like, you basically don't get anything. But it's still fun, so that's why I do it. Yeah, I definitely see what, I definitely see what you mean, Luna. I'm not even monetized on Twitch, that's true. And even if I was, it's not like I would get a whole lot of money off that either. Because I've got, like, what, 5 viewers over there? So. But something that I've learned is that... Yeah, he just dies every time. I actually don't think that I can even get past wave 1 here. Oh, I actually peaked at 11? Let's go. No way. Making progress. I think I actually have to, it should always be content I want to make. Oh, 100%, yeah. Yeah, so she's gonna do the basic attack thing. Wait, I'm gonna get punished no matter what, aren't I? I think I just die no matter what. Unless he lives this. Okay, he lives this. Alright. Progress. You should always stream content that you want to make, not necessarily what others want. I mean, I think it depends, Luna. I agree, but it comes with the caveat that you have to be Oh my god, trivia is loud. I think streaming content has to be related to your audience, right? Like, so I've done 4 streams so far. If every single stream I did was Fortnite, then I guarantee you I would have not been able to build this small stream community that we have. But as long as it's in the same, like, I guess, gotcha space, I think I'll be fine. So, like, if I wanted to go play Wua right now, I think it'd be fine. But I don't know that it would make sense to go stream Fortnite or whatever. If you want views, the algorithm will push you up if you play games your audience likes. Yeah, definitely. Variety streaming is something you should do when you're big. Yep, 100%. You wouldn't watch me play Jerkmate ranked? What? What does that even mean, Ghosty? I'm the only streamer that you've tried to catch live. Everyone else, you just look up clips and fall asleep to. That's fair. Yeah. There is no way that Jerkmate ranked is real. What does that even mean? Genuinely. You think I would reach Emerald Edge? What are you guys talking about? Alright, we made it past wave 1. The 0 cycle is real for now. But only for now. Okay. Basic here. Okay, now I think my team just dies. You just hope that the channel continues to grow because it's nice to have a very level-headed take that isn't "this company is great" or "screw this company and everyone who supports them." That is the goal. I mean, I definitely have been negative more than not, at least recently, but I've also tried to be at least somewhat fair for the most part. It just depends on, I guess, how the watcher interprets it more than anything. Am I doing MOC? Yeah, so this is MOC 10 right now, and I'm just messing around with Super Break Blade. I was told to run Sustainless, and, I mean, it's kind of working. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I think Fugue is gonna die. Yep, there she goes. Yeah, this ain't happening. Yeah, pretty much. TikTok BGM. Oh yeah, this is Cordell. Murder in My Mind. I'll be honest, I didn't actually hear this song off of, I didn't actually hear this song off of TikTok or anything like that. It was from just another streamer. If you guys have heard of Dyrus, he had it playing on his stream one time. And I was like, oh, that's a good song. The beats are kind of too much overall, or too much, but overall good. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the only Cordell song that I actually like. I think the other ones are a bit too much, but that one is alright, I feel. Easier S1 Hule, the new meta. Dude, have you guys seen the stuff about the Hule being an Apoc shadow? He apparently is just like insanely fast. He's gonna be the one zero cycling us. Like, that'll be interesting to see. You remember you did this MOC 10 with Fei Zhao and you were like, why does bro have more HP than anyone else? Yeah. Yoon Lee would love this? Yeah, I mean, I could zero cycle Hule with Yoon Lee. But I'm just kind of messing around with Super Break Blade. You think Break will always be fine? Yeah, I can't really disagree with that. Adventuring Havers also love it when Hule gives free stacks. True. If an enemy has a lot of speed, you only get one break proc plus maybe one super break. I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah, Luna, that's definitely my concern. Not only is he fast, but he also locks. So it's kind of like, what do you do there, really? It'll be interesting to see what people can figure out, apart from just Clara, Yoon Lee. And I guess Adventuring, but yeah. Super Break Arlen solos Hule? Okay, I don't know about that one. I really do wonder if they, or what the buffs will end up being. Like, is it actually just going to be something really small, or are they actually going to put effort into it? Wait, Nikador can stun? I had no idea. He can ensnare if you don't remove his stacks. Okay. Yeah, I just literally had no idea. What would you guys like? So, what would you guys like to see out of buffs? Like, do you just want it to be simple? Like, do you guys want to just see multiplier changes, or do you want actually like mechanic changes? That is assuming you actually want buffs. Also, Tribby's thing going down, insane. This is peak gameplay. You want to rework. So, like, what do you mean? Like, would you want, like, someone's role to change? Or what do you mean? Some characters need complete mechanic changes. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts as well. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. Streamer loses to MOC 10 because he's not paying attention. Gone crazy. A rework feels like too much work and they'll definitely not do that. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I mean, I think what's real... I think the very bare minimum that they could do would be... hold on, I need to turn this down a little bit. So I think the very bare minimum that they should do is multiplier increases, but what I think they should do on top of that is mechanic changes. For example, make Silverwolf's ult AoE, let March's shield become blast, give Seela another way to trigger her resurgence potentially. Because like, if they don't do actually new mechanics, I don't know if there's going to be... Like, I don't know if it's going to give a reason to play old characters, like, if they just do their multipliers. An example of a buff you want is imagine if Luocha's bubble gave crit damage when it's up. Oh, that could be interesting, like making him more of a support. What did they say they're going to be buffing first again? They didn't. Yo, Ghosty, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you dropping by. Have a good rest. You got some more emote suggestions? Yeah, you can just send them my way, Axel. No worries. You think the problem is that the HSR devs are always catering to the newest characters? I think that's one of the problems. But it's definitely not, you know, the only one. You're carrying my Twitch chat? True. I mean, you've got Lucilia there, so you got one other person in the Twitch chat. Oh, Thaddeus is there as well. True, true. Make Luocha's ult remove debuffs, and if there's no debuff to remove, the enemies become vulnerable. That's actually pretty creative. I kind of like that. I kind of like that, Luna. Imagine if the buffs are the global passives of other characters. Yeah, I actually thought about that. And I was like, is that really what they're gonna do? Like, is that their plan? For real? Like, we can only hope not. But also, we just don't really know, because they never even gave a timeline on it. I hope that's one of the things they do at Anniversary. I really do hope that they give a timeline on what the buffs are and when they may be coming. Because if they don't, it's like we're just going to be left here being like, well, what are we waiting for? Probably should have buffed Gallagher there. There's a video by this dude who made a really nice Luocha rework and you'll post it in the Discord. Alright, dude. Yeah, sounds good. It's weird because if the older characters get stronger because of the global passives, newer ones will still be way better, thus removing the reason to pull for older characters. Yeah. That is something that I've been saying for such a long time at this point, and I am glad that someone else realizes that. Because and I said this about buffs rather than like global passives, right? So like, or sorry, I said this about support characters. Because think about it, right? If Farina from Genshin, who's like an HP and damage buffer, gets added into HSR, and the idea is like that she's added to help Blade. Well, Maide is going to use her just as well, if not better, than Blade will. So it doesn't help Blade get better, it just helps Maide get better, and then the status quo stays the same. But a lot of people don't realize that, and they're just kind of like, oh, this is what Blade needs. It's like, no, Blade needs actual fixes, not just a support, because the support helps everyone and not just him. Ratio's in the same spot as Blade, pretty much, yeah. Oh wait, is he gonna just die? Ooh, he lived. This should be fine. Gallagher will heal. It's a low bar, but I hope they buff some Eidolons. Yeah, so that's actually, I think it's a two-part thing. They need to buff kits, and they also need to buff Eidolons. Because, like, I can't even imagine the people that C6 Seela, considering how bad her Eidolons are. And then you have characters now where they just literally, like, quadruple their damage. And it's just like, brother, it's not even in the same ballpark. Changing that stuff is tough because it can get them into legal trouble. I mean, it actually can't, though. Because as long as it is a buff, it's not a problem. So, like, for example, Seela's E2 is... let's see, Seela... So Seela's E2 is the speed boost of Seela's skill can stack 2 times. If they leave that exact wording in there and then say, but also it does X, Y, and Z, then there is no legal problems there at all, because nothing changed other than you got more out of your money. But if they then went into the Eidolons and instead of saying Seela gets her 2 stacks, they say instead of that Seela gets X, Y, and Z as a rework, then they could get into legal trouble because you are technically losing what you paid for with the E2. In my opinions, they should always be suggestions and not solutions. I'm not entirely sure what you mean there. Oh, this was dumb of me. I should have rebuffed Gallagher. I just lost an entire cycle from that. Oopsies. You should get Seela E2 because you like her, not because her kit is unplayable. True. I agree with that. I think the best game for that is Arknights, where basically all of their dupes aren't important, and it seems like they're taking that same philosophy into Enfield, which I think is awesome. I really do hope that they pop off with Enfield, because they deserve it. That I love the Arknights dev team. When will we see Jingliu gameplay? Anyway. Probably when I get Sunday, if I get Sunday, and also when I can get her on a set where she has 134 speed. Closest thing to a for the players dev team you can get with these kinds of games. Yeah. Will Jingliu even stay good with Sunday by the time he reruns? Probably not. But we can hope. Yo, Celestial, welcome back. You've seen someone buff Silverwolf by having her skill and ult do AoE? So, I kind of just had a thought about that. What does Silverwolf do that Pella does not? And the reason why that's important is if the fix for Silverwolf is making her entire kit AoE, then that essentially completely invalidates Pella. I mean, I guess it doesn't completely invalidate her because Pella's free, but like, I feel like she needs more than just being AoE, because then she will literally just be 5-star Pella instead of being her own unique character. Pella abuses Eagle way more. I mean, that kind of, I guess. Her gimmick is a weakness implant. That's fair, but also we have Anoxa coming, so that's kind of irrelevant. If you make a way to guarantee the weakness implant of a character element, yeah, that could actually be a fix. It really could be. It's cruel what they did to Silverwolf. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I think they just didn't know what to do with the game. Because there's only so much that they can do with just like the lack of mechanics. So it's kind of like, well, where can you go other than giving an ability that's one character has to multiple? You don't really see the point about talking about buffing characters. Why is that, Doge? Holy, my Gallagher is getting nuked. Let me ask you this question. How much HP has Genshin inflated and how much has HSR inflated over the past 2 years? I mean, both have actually inflated. I don't know if that's like a comparable thing. Like, both have gone up and that's just a fact. Mr. 1%, Jesus. They could have done the global passive thing through a tower system of sorts, but oh well. Yeah. Do you mean like clear a tower and then you get a reward, which is the passive for clearing it? Or do you mean something else, Axel? Jingliu and Blade have fallen off not just because they're weaker, but the HP sponges as gatekeepers to keep out of those characters. I mean, I think that's a bit of a weird comparison because HP inflation affects everyone. Like, sure, it might not affect Herta right now, but if HP keeps increasing and there's no buffs for Herta, in a year's time, Herta's going to be in the same spot that Jingliu and Blade are. It's just a matter of time. So what I think should be done is, I mean, you kind of do have to talk about buffs because, like, if a character doesn't get buffed, then eventually it won't matter whether HP increases or not, or how new or not or old they are as a character, because they'll fall off. But how much is HP inflated in Genshin? I wonder if the wiki has that. Let's see. So we actually can look at that. The Hom DG Cat wiki guy has it. So this is the HP inflation in Genshin. So what would be a year ago from... I mean, you can see it's been going up. So 12.3 is the blue line. There we go. I mean, literally since 5.3, it's gone up. It's almost doubled. Like, both games are going up, so... So, I mean, let's see. So, Genshin went from 4.9 to 8.1, so about 3 million. If we look at MOC, in that same period, it went up roughly 5 million, I guess. But that's with a mechanic, so it's kind of different. Like, this is the Nikador one that we're currently in. The only reason you'd say it's more fine in Genshin is a lot of the power in Genshin is rotation, execution, and relic set. True, also there's a level of skill there. I guess that's not an also, I mean that's part of rotation execution, but... Yeah, I mean the fact that it's always a back and forth in a turn-based game like HSR, whereas it's different in Genshin and you actually have, you know, the ability to control what you're doing at every given moment is kind of different. The enemy power creep in HSR is a lot faster than characters are power creeping. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I just don't know if I agree with that. I think it's basically equivalent. HP is going up, but so is character strength. Genshin has way more power in artifacts than HSR does in relics. Yeah, I could see that. To this day, you don't understand why HSR is element types when all they do is offer break types and damages. I mean, I think it was more relevant at the start of the game, and then they started adding in res pen and weakness ignore and everything else. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that mechanic. I think if they used that as a way to carve out niches, then it would have been fine, but they don't, so. Or they chose not to, rather. I don't know about you guys, but in Genshin, characters felt fine to me without their weapon. You can't say the same for HSR. True. I mean, the game is definitely being balanced around... I personally feel the game is being balanced around characters having their light cones and also sometimes even their E1. Character strength is increasing in relation to enemy strength to incentivize pulling the most recent DPS. Let's see. Why did the devs add a casual mode in 3.0 HSR? Because they received feedback that some people are stuck in story battles. Is it normal that a new player can't clear the 3.0 story? I mean, yes. I wouldn't expect a new player to be able to go all the way into Amphorius and then clear like Nikador. Like, Nikador has one-shot mechanics. You don't think that the HSO devs playtest their game? So, it's actually kind of funny you say that because that reminds me of what was being said about Epic 7 before that game kind of went downhill. And it was basically that the devs aren't playing their own game because if they actually played it, they would know that things feel awful. But in HSR's case, well, honestly, in both of the cases, I don't even necessarily think it's the devs. I really don't. I mean, this kind of like the kind of power creep and stuff that these games have doesn't come from the people actually making the game. It comes from the people running the game. So like, it's never gonna be, you know, developer 1 2 3 4 on the assembly line. It's gonna be his boss, and his boss is being told to tell the dev to do that. It's going to be his boss that tells the dev to do that, and that boss was told by, you know, his boss, and that boss will have been told by Dway, right? Like, it comes from the top of the chain down to the devs. Like, it's already crazy that these games come out on a 6-week schedule. Like, genuinely. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think that there is a lot of content in this game right now. Like, this is, frankly, this is unacceptable, right? Like, there's nothing to do right now apart from story and Divergent Universe. But I guarantee you, it is not the developers that are saying, we don't want to put anything here. It is the higher ups telling the developers to not put anything because it is dev time wasted to them. Because if they still make money without putting another event here, why would they do it? Yo, Sekalolo, welcome back. Hope you had a good nap. Devs don't want to make bad games. They want to make something to be proud of, but what they're told is to... But what they're told is a priority. Yeah, definitely. You hope this game has more bosses like Nikador with real mechanics. What I really hope is related to that is that that they somehow add in raids. I think Nikador as a raid would go so crazy because like there's a lot of avenues they have with that boss to add more mechanics to it that you would see in a raid. Right? Like what if one of the statues had to be taken, what if they comboed like Nikador with say the Yanqing boss? So you have to use certain weaknesses to take out each of the statues. Um, what if there's a way to charge up an ability and you could use that to, like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, parry Nikador's big attack? Like, he has so many different abilities that he, like, there's a lot they could do if they wanted to make him a super unique and, like, big boss. But they kind of keep him as, they keep a lot of the bosses in this game as basic and then just inflate the HP instead. So, yeah. But what they're told is to make a profit. Okay, yeah. Doomsday Beast raid boss. Yeah, that's another one that would be pretty cool. A raid a raid boss would be nice to keep the community engaged. We have nothing to fight as a community apart from the company. True. Every version since 2.5, the enemies are just power creeping faster than the characters. I mean, I really do think we're going to have to agree to disagree on that, Doge, because I think the characters are getting strong way too fast as well. It really is not just the HP. It just isn't. Like there is no reason that when you look at Sunday, who's released in 2.7, should have an action advance for a character and a summon, crit rate, crit damage, damage boost, energy. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm probably missing some things. Oh, he's SP neutral or positive if you have his light cone. Like, there's no reason a character should have all of that. That's a character. That's not the enemy. The characters have to come first, not the enemies. True. Looks like the Emanator of Harmony. He might as well be. I mean, he has powers of harmony. Like he has the feeling stuff. As time goes on, it's reasonable to expect the gameplay of everyone will have just fallen off. So here's my counter argument to that, Doge. The reason why this game has power creep is because they had never set a power ceiling for the game. And so, what does a power ceiling mean? A power ceiling is where a character releases that is the peak of strength, and no character can be stronger than them, but they can be as strong as them. That character should have been Acheron, in my opinion, because Acheron was broken when she released. And I feel that every Emanator should be Acheron tier, but they're not. They're getting stronger than Acheron is. And that's where you get to a problem. And to be clear, it's not just Acheron as well. There's other characters that aren't Emanators that are getting stronger than Acheron is. You got to drop your playlist in the server or in DMs. I unfortunately can't, Thaddeus. My playlist is my liked videos on YouTube, so and you can't share your liked videos, so I can't actually share the playlist. Um, the power levels are reaching Dragon Ball Super levels of broken. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Aglaia being better in every game mode than Acheron is absurd. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I get that Aglaia is a demigod, but apart from Aeons themselves, it's kind of been shown to us that the Emanators are meant to be basically the next strongest thing. But then you have random character on a random planet that's just somehow stronger than an Emanator. And it's just like, what? Like how is that a thing? Even as someone who likes Aglaia and someone who doesn't like Acheron, that's wild. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Aglaia. I didn't really at first, but she kind of grew on me. But I do like Acheron more, and it's kind of just like, how is Aglaia just stronger? I don't know, man. A demigod ascended to god status makes sense, kind of. I think it would make sense if they were explicitly said to be emanators, but they're not. You still hate Maide's auto battle thing? Yeah, that's why I'm not getting him. This is my Maide right here. This would have been my day, but then I saw the auto battles and I was like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm getting something else. Same, never pulling my day. It will be very interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they actually decide to take the community feedback that they want Maide's auto battle gone. I don't think they're going to, but it would be interesting. You can't wait for March to be stronger than Herta, and then she'll get power crept by a random fisherman from Lushaka. That's hilarious, actually. Why did they give Maide an auto battle when he isn't even a berserker? Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I mean, cause like even in his trailer, right? His trailer was crazy, but he never lost control of himself. Like, I don't know if you watched his trailer, Luna. I'm sure you have, but still, it just doesn't make sense. His character trailer was better than his gameplay. That's funny. Let's see. The font they used to type out My Day in the trailer looked old school. Yeah, it was like the edgy font that people would put in like oh, this is gonna make me sound so boomer. But like old forums, like think of like My Anime List or something like that, would let you have a signature for it. And people would always have their name in like really stupid fonts back then with like an anime background in front of the or behind the text. The My Day text just reminded me of that, Axel. You remember? Yeah. That's funny. Oh, oh wait. Oh wait. Wait. Speed. Hmm. I mean, it's good that it's ER, but eh. Um, let's see. I got E1 trip. Yeah, Celestial. I did. I don't remember. I won the first 50-50. The second one I lost to Gepard, I believe. And it was also pretty deep as well. Yeah. So, I'll be honest with you, the only reason I really got her is because I know she is going to make my other characters stronger. And like in comparison to Sunday, like I don't like Sunday, but I don't dislike Tribby. So for me, it was worth it to go for her because she makes characters like Yoon Lee better, she makes Herta better, and so on. Yo, Thaddeus, congrats. Is that a C1 Farina or a C2 Farina? You're gonna be honest, you thought people were blowing the auto battle thing with My Day out of proportion. We don't complain when Blade or Fei Zhao do their auto follow-up attacks, but then you try them and it doesn't feel good. Yeah, definitely. That's your major complaint with Robin. She made a ratio better, but you didn't want her. Um, yeah, that's kind of my logic. I just don't. I am way beyond the point of with how this game is. I am way beyond the point of caring about chasing meta. I just don't care. And if that costs me to lose a clear in MOC, then so be it. It is what it is. In the meantime, I'm just going to get the characters that I actually like, and whatever they need to for them to be good, as long as it is a character that I'm okay with. Like, I know that Jing Liu really wants Sunday, but I don't like Sunday. So I'm basically having to weigh, like, do I get a character I don't like for a character I do, or do I just say screw it and lose a clear every time I want to actually play Jing Liu? The game already had so little input. My Day auto battle doesn't need to exist. See, yeah. So I was actually talking with Waveman about that, Luna. Um, my issue with the My Day auto battle is that it's annoying. It doesn't fit him as a character. It doesn't fit him in lore. It doesn't feel good to play. So what's the point of it? Like, it just doesn't, like, it just doesn't make sense from a like a design perspective. So it just ends up as like, this is just annoying. Like, why would you put this awful mechanic in? Um, you only wait. Eng Paul, are you a 4-star only player? Because if you are, that's based as hell. Holy shit. Um, this is a pretty cracked Herta considering no Sig. Yeah, my Herta build, excuse me, my Herta build is pretty good. If I got her Sig, I think her Sig gives 12 crit rate, so she'd be 93 150. Here's the relics for her. So this one is pretty good. It only has one bad roll, the flat attack at the top. This one is solid. Again, one bad roll with the HP. If that was either crit, it would have been nice. This is a pretty good shirt. It has two bad rolls, but also, I mean, it's still good, so it is what it is. And these boots are really good. No wasted rolls. I mean, obviously the defense and effectors could have been better, but yeah. I'm currently running an attack orb on her. Same thing. Not really any one wasted roll with the defense. And then this is my old rope for Jing Liu that I kind of just stole. Assuming assuming I rebuild Jing Liu at some point, Herta would probably get this rope instead, which is bad, but I mean, it's what I have. I only have 17 less crit damage than you, but you have a crit damage chest piece. Yeah, I mean, if I am being carried by this pretty heavily though, because like a more relatable build would be this, and then it's like now it's a much bigger difference. So, there you go. What's my Herta crit rate during battle? The same. It would still be 81. When I had RMC, it was 90 because obviously the 10 free crit rate. But now that I have Tribby, I don't get the free crit rate from that. You have Sig and and yours is nowhere near that good. Yeah, so this is one of the characters I got lucky with. Like I never got lucky with Acheron. but I spent literally like, I think the second half of 2.7 is when I started farming relics for Herda. And I mean, this is the build I got in literally 3 weeks. So you win some, you lose some. Like this build, obviously really good. This build, not good, but this one was 2 months of work. Let's see. You've kind of quit the game. You're taking a break for a few days, but you're going back to grab My Day for husbando reasons. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's a good thing you're taking a break because if you really want to come back, then you'll come back. But if you take a break and you're just kind of like, well, did I really want to come back to HSR? Then you won't, and then it's that weight off your shoulders. It felt like, I mean, just from an outsider perspective, Celestial, it felt like someone that you seem to be struggling with for a while. So I am glad that you got that figured out. Yeah, Neophyte, same thing. I don't know if you were here earlier when I mentioned it, but Axe, Waveman, Moose, and I are considering doing a live stream react for the 3.2 stream. The only problem is that it's at an awkward time. It would be 7 a.m. for me, 4 a.m. for Axe, and then I don't know what time it would be for Waveman and Moose. Yo, Kurt, how's it going? You need to work tomorrow, so you gotta sleep. I mean, I appreciate you hanging out, Lucilia. Thanks for dropping by. Good luck with work tomorrow. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably gonna wrap up soon here. But yeah. I think I was gonna do one run of bye bye. I think I was gonna do one run of Divergent Universe and then see how I'm feeling, if I want to keep streaming or not. The only game mode that you think is well made is Apocalyptic Shadow. Hmm. Yeah, I'd say I mostly agree with that. Because the bosses in there have more mechanics. Like MOC is basically you're just beating up a meat bag. Pure Fiction is a joke because they made Grit overpowered. So I would not be surprised if they power creep that mode again. And then Apocalyptic Shadow feels reasonable. My streams always start at an inconvenient time. I'm sorry, Kurt. Unfortunately, I am an East Coaster and you are I believe European, so it makes it a bit rough for lining up unless you like wake up really early. Pure Fiction already feels bad if you don't have Herda. Um, I mean, does it? I don't remember what I cleared with. I start stream at like 7 a.m. your time. Holy, and you're actually here watching? What do you wake up at 7 a.m. for, Axel? Hopefully not the stream. This is definitely not worth waking up that early. You started watching at 4 a.m.? Jeez. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I really do. Akron and Herda have the best clears this Pure Fiction, and then it's a massive drop. Hmm. What did I clear with? Wait, I guess it doesn't tell me. It's due to religious purposes? Oh, okay. I understand. Um, okay, so it does look like I actually did use a Herda team. I wonder if I could clear. What could I clear this with? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know if if I had a Jade, I think I'd be able to run like Blade Jade and I'd be fine on the first half, but not having Jade kind of makes first half painful. The streams generally make the week better for you. Well, I'm glad, man. I am glad to hear it. The first side is really good for Acheron, yeah. I mean, I was kind of thinking, so you said that Herta and Acheron are the best. I was kind of thinking of what do I have on my account that is not those two? 7 a.m. is a healthy time to wake up. I mean, yeah. With my sleep condition though, that's never been how my body has worked, so I honestly don't really know like that kind of feeling. I've had I've had like crippling insomnia for well over 10 years at this point. So not only do I struggle to fall asleep, but I also struggle to stay asleep. So like just waking up at 7 isn't really the case for me because like I wake up multiple times and stuff like that. It's almost past 1 a.m. for you. Yeah, so right now it's 12:37, Axel. I'm on the East Coast. Your sleep schedule is terrible. Terrible. Welcome to the club. You're not alone. What'd you say, Luna? You wanted to use Yoon Lee, but you had no active Eidolons for her team, so she just kind of frauded. I mean, I was able to clear with this team. I mean, you can see I got 26k, which isn't good, but you know, okay, that's not a clear. Never mind. What am I saying? When I said that, I was looking at Node 1, and that was Herta going against an ice resistant enemy. Okay, so you know what? Maybe Yoon Lee's a fraud too. Or my Yoon Lee's a fraud too. I mean, I would replace. I could probably redo it and replace Ting Yun with Triby now, but also Triby's E1, so that's kind of cheating. I am curious how the score will improve, though. Let's see. I'm curious what I can get on half two. You don't know how living with insomnia works and you'll never know? Dude, I mean, be happy you don't have to deal with it. Trust me, it's not a good feeling. You ran Sustainless Aglaya and got lucky and then ran Acheron second side? That's fair. Dan does definitely does not solo fusionable. I'm sure he appreciates the kind encouragement there though. You woke up today 30 minutes before the stream. If you don't mind me asking, Rogue Spectre, what's your time zone? Like are you American? Are you European? Just out I mean it's just curiosity. Oh, you're American? Okay. Yeah, if you woke up 30 minutes before the stream. Yeah, so if you're East Coast, that means you're waking up at 8:30. If you're Central, you're waking up at I guess 7:30. And then if you're West Coast, you're waking up at 6:30. So yeah, I definitely get what you mean when you say your sleep schedule is a bit messed up there. But also, I mean, I totally get it. Like I said, my schedule is not amazing either. It changes all the time. My streams are usually pretty late for you, but you've also been working late, so you can hang out for a while. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could stream earlier in the day, but 9 p.m. just kind of is like that's like when everything is done for the day and I can kind of just chill out and hang out, I guess. So I don't know if I necessarily want to go away from 9 p.m. You would have tuned in at 8 p.m. your time when the stream started, but you were getting nuked by storms. Oh, dude. I mean, hopefully all is well. I had a pretty bad thunderstorm here back on, on Wednesday. My lights were flickering. The power didn't go out, but the lights were definitely flickering there. Meanwhile, you're dealing with heat waves. Oof. Alright, question. What do you guys prefer? Cold weather, warm weather? What's the vibe? For me, I really enjoy fall weather because it's not too cold to where like you need to like bundle up, but it is cold enough to where you can wear like long sleeve clothes and stuff like that. And like jackets. You're from the south, so the fall. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely fall for me as well. Oh, Neophyte, you're from South America. Cool. There, it's honestly really cool to see people from like such a variety of like areas. We've got South America, we've got Asia, we've got Europe, we've got Africa, we have Americans. I'm sure there's some Canadians as well. It's actually pretty cool to see just such a wide variety of people. You hate sweating, it makes you feel disgusting, but you hate the cold because your hands freeze. So, okay, so this is kind of, I guess, a weird fact about me. But I barely sweat, almost at all. Even when it's like blazing hot. So that has never really bothered me. I guess I'm kind of lucky there. But I also don't particularly like the heat regardless. That's such a good path. Yeah, not sweating is my passive ability. That's where I want in life. Thanks. I can't win in gacha, but at least I got the passive ability. What temperature do I consider blazing hot? I would say probably like over 100 Fahrenheit, which obviously isn't really much for someone that lives in like, say, the Middle East, but make it a global passive. Oh, that would be crazy. Oops, probably should not have ulted. I guess it's fine. You know Celsius, not Fahrenheit? Alright, hold on, hold on. 100 Fahrenheit is 37 Celsius. There you go. Your passive is that you're lucky in things you don't care about at all. Like what, Luna? Your passive is good resistance to cold, you often wear shorts. Yeah, so I have a friend that will wear shorts no matter the weather. It will literally be like in the below freezing and he's out there wearing literally in like shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm like, "What are you doing? How is that even possible?" He's just like, "Oh, I'm just, it's not that cold, man." I'm like, "What?" That's like your typical temperature during June, July here. Yeah, I mean, I know 100 isn't that crazy when you think about other places in the world. Like Southeast Asia, I know it gets really hot. Middle East, I know it gets really hot. But like I live in on the East Coast, we usually don't go that hot. Like if I went more towards the West Coast, that's where we would be going higher to like the 40s Celsius. Before you intended on continuing to play Genshin, you pulled on Hu Tao's banner and you got her in 10 pulls. Later you got Ganyu in 34 and then you got a double Nilu. That's lucky. Jesus. This was before you intended to keep playing, but once you got invested, your luck dropped. That's the that's the conspiracy theory, right? Like once you are either nearing the point where you quit or once you have quit for a while and you come back, you'll always be luckier than you were when you were actually playing the game actively. The conspiracy theory is that it's intentionally like that, which is funny. That actually happened to me with Genshin. The second lucky time that I've had in Genshin, apart from the Wanderer stuff I mentioned earlier, is I was pretty lucky going for C2 Sitlali and her weapon. Like, I actually got a double on the weapon banner, which is the first double I've ever gotten in a Hoyo game. And then meanwhile, here I am a month later and I've quit. So it's kind of like, well, maybe the conspiracy theory has a little bit of merit. You're very good at claw mechanics for others only. So I've never actually played a claw game machine. Am I ending stream soon or... Well, I did say I'll see how I feel, Thaddeus. I'll probably finish this here and then, I don't know, I'll reconsider. Six-hour stream. I mean, that might be a bit much, but maybe. No, probably not. Overworking? Yeah, maybe a little bit, Axel. I don't know if I'll ever stream as much as I did in the very first stream I did with the 6.5 hour one. At least not for the time being, but I will say it was fun. Your most unlucky pull on HSR was getting E2 Gepard on the Fei Zhao banner? Damn. What was my worst one? I went full Mr. Pokemode with the account reviews. Yeah, honestly, that added a lot of time to the stream. Oh my god, Tribby. Jesus. She is so loud. Let's see. I know I know what my most unlucky pull in Genshin was, but I don't know what my most unlucky pull is in HSR. In Genshin, the worst that I've ever gotten is I was rolling on Hu Tao's banner in like 2.2, 2.3, somewhere around there. I went to 82 and lost the 50-50 to someone, I don't remember. And then I went another 80 and I still didn't hit her, so I gave up at that point. I said, no, I'm good. She clearly doesn't want to be on my account. Do you go Tribby for your Jingliu? I would say Sunday and Robin are better than Tribby for Jingliu. If you got Tribby E1, then I would say it's more comparable, but Sunday and Robin would probably be better. What's my Valorant rank? I don't actually play Valorant. The competitive games that I've played are Overwatch, where I was top 500, Apex, where I was Masters, and then I am currently playing Marvel Rivals casually, and I am like a couple games away from hitting Grandmaster in that game. Your most unlucky pull was getting Hu Tao at 3 pity. I mean, is that really unlucky though, Fusionable? Unless you like hate Hu Tao for some reason. Grandmaster Doobie Gold and Rivals. Why aren't you Grandmaster then, Thaddeus? What's the logic on that one? Overwatch's downfall must be studied. You left after reaching Masters. Yeah. And I don't really blame you for that. I do plan on playing it a little bit when they bring back goats for the classic mode, but that won't be for at least a little bit. Oh my god, my Yunli just got nuked. Rip. I guess I should have had E2 Ho-Ho for the res. Because you only play duo with your friend on ranked and your other friends bring you down. Oh, I see. You got Hu Tao when she reran with Nouvelette? I see. Replay mode after caster resurvive? Yeah. What's up, Celestial? Alright, well, that did actually improve the second half. It didn't save, but it was 34k. Just get E1 Tribby, guys. It'll add like 10k to your points. No big deal, no big deal. Just get E1. It's that simple. Tribby's idle voice line is annoying. Yeah, it kind of goes on for a long time. More if Yunli didn't die, yeah. The last PF Yunli was able to 40k. I think I did that. Yeah. What was that achievement that I got earlier? I don't actually remember. In a single battle, use the character Blade to restore his HP from less than 5. Less than or equal to 5% to greater than 30% in one attack twice. Oh. Okay. Apparently I hadn't done that. If you guys want to feed me, the credits, by the way, feel free to add me. My UID is up here. I will always take free credits from people using my support lineup. If you guys want me to, if you want to add me and you want any specific unit on there, just say so, I can put it up. Not that most people use supports, but yeah. That reminded me I needed to fix Blade's build. Wait, I just realized something. When I was doing Super Break Blade earlier, my fugue didn't have the right set. Oops. My ID is actually pretty easy to remember. Yeah, it's a low. Because I was this was one of the first accounts made when the game launched. Add Tribby for obvious reasons, will do. I don't think this was anyone's, so I can just swap off. I know no one was using this. Boots are right. That's right. And this was... think this. Is this right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Fugue's personal damage isn't that high anyway. True. Yeah. But, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have the proper set, so. Okay, what was I doing? Right, putting trivia on here. No one uses Sparkle anymore, right? Surely not. There we go. And then I'll put Blade back up here, I think. You accidentally picked EU server when you started, so you can't add me. Oh, I mean, that's alright. Metal Batman, yo, hello. Nice. All right. I think I am probably gonna wrap up stream there, guys. That's about 4 hours. I really appreciate all you guys that hang out or came to hang out and chat. Um, if you guys want to chat a bit more, I will be in. I mean, I'm always around in Discord, so feel free to come join that. I will put a link in both chats here in a second. So there is one for YouTube, and then there's one for Twitch. So feel free to come hang out. Thank you guys all for watching the stream for the time you did. And I will probably catch you guys next week. Do personal goodbyes like last time? Alright, sure. Goodbye Engpol, goodbye Kurt, goodbye Axel, goodbye Sela, goodbye Neophyte, goodbye Rogue, goodbye Celestial, goodbye Thaddeus, goodbye Wiz, goodbye Blue Diamond, goodbye Fusionable, goodbye Racin, goodbye L, and I think that's everyone, so yeah. Alright guys, I will catch you all later. See ya.